Hi, I'm JimmyNavio.
Hi, everybody. It's giveaway time. We're going to give some shit away tonight. I extended the end time on the giveaway until 6:30. So if you're just showing up now and you're like, what the fuck, giveaway, you still have time. Type the giveaway command in chat and go get your entries in. If you got any friends or whatever, use your referral link. You got till 6:30. It's gonna stop at 6:30. I have no control. It's already set. That shit stops at 6:30. No one can enter after that. And then I'm gonna start rolling. I'm gonna roll 3 winners. First place gets their choice of an Amazon gift card or a Steam gift card, value of $50. Second place gets whatever first place didn't choose. So either a Steam or Amazon gift card. Third place gets a $10 Steam game of your choice, $10 or less. It doesn't have to be $10. If you want a $5 game, whatever. You get to pick a game. And how it's going to work is I'm going to roll the winner. I'm going to announce their name. And if you noticed in the big ass red bold print, it said you must be present during the podcast to claim your prize. So if any of you referred your friends and they're not here right now, you might want to hit them up, send them a text, hit them, Twitter, whatever. Let them know they got to be here. They got 5 minutes. So it's 6:30. We're going to start our podcast. We're going to start just doing our usual. The whole point of this giveaway was to promote this podcast. So I hope you guys like it. I hope you stick around and you like what you see. I do these podcasts every week. Me and my co-host James28 at Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. That's West Coast time if you're James. And this whole giveaway is just to promote this podcast because it's something I've always wanted to do. Wanted to let people know what's going on. We have 2 awesome guests today. We have a good friend of ours from Team DLC. His name is GatorPete. He's a game and creative streamer. He brags about having the brightest emote on Twitch. If anyone wants to spam out the burb emote, it is yellow, it is bright, and it is obnoxious. So check him out. We also have, if we have a mod here, you do a shout out to GatorPete. That'd be awesome. We also have with us for the podcast today, TheLuckCharm. The always wonderful, always lovely, sometimes tipsy LuckCharm. She enjoys wine. She enjoys Final Fantasy 14. She's super cool. Also a member of DLC. We're just going to hang out. We have some topics we want to talk about. We have a Sheefs Beef coming at you. Everybody, that's honestly, like if this podcast was nothing other than Sheefs Beef, it would be a success. Meshyf is also a good friend of ours. He puts together a pre-made video where we debate 2 topics and we decide which one's the beefiest. So that's also going to happen. But right now, first I'm going to fix my camera because it's really laggy for some reason. And then I'm going to bring on our friends. So let me just cycle my camera real quick. Little magic trick. You like that? There we go. That's better. I feel better now. All right, so let's bring on our friends here, and we'll introduce everyone since there's a lot of new folks in chat today due to the giveaway. We'll do a little round table. So let's bring them on. Oh, I gotta unmute them. Oh God!
Oh, sorry.
Right off the bat, what an asshole. That's GatorPete. For those who are wondering who's slurping on the microphone, he's also a professional ASMR streamer. He likes to kiss his microphone. I don't want to know how much bacteria there is on your microphone. Do you ever wash that pink thing?
No.
How many STDs do those eyeballs hold?
I mean, however many I have.
All right then. So to my whatever direction that is, that's James28. I met him through a game called Minion Masters back when I started streaming. He's been hanging out in my channel, being lurky, being creepy, sometimes saying funny things and inappropriate things, sometimes dropping the hottest memes.
Always.
He plays lots of fun games. He has a pretty good YouTube channel. If you entered the giveaway, then you sub to his YouTube channel. He makes fun videos. He does little reviews and stuff. So check him out if you want to drop
low effort, like low bottom of the shelf videos.
Hey, but they get views. That's all that matters. You're putting in the work. Down below me, that's Mr. GatorPete. Say hi, GatorPete.
Hi, GatorPete.
Tell us who you are and what you do.
I stream sometimes, games sometimes. A lot of times it's horrific artwork.
Yeah. Plus he's handsome and his beard is better than mine. So, I mean, I'm not jealous. Maybe I'm jealous. But GatorPete, also a little personal tip. He's on his way back to school.
Oh, thank you, Dad.
He's been. I'm proud of him. Oh wait, that pop-up is not on the right layer. What is going on there? That's weird.
Thanks for telling me, Ma, and Aunt Gwen, and the whole family.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. He's going to school for the computer stuff. I was really obnoxious, and I had a little bit to do with that because I kept telling him, like, dude, go to school, go back to school, dude, you can do it, go back to school. I was extremely obnoxious, so that's why I'm personally invested in his success because I think he's a cool dude.
Oh, thanks, Dad. I appreciate it for real.
Here, let me pat you on the head. There you go. And down kitty corner, is it catty corner? I forget. Anyway, over there in the other corner, that's TheLuckCharm. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, no, I stream games sometimes too, more than Pete probably. He's an IRL all the time, so.
Yeah.
I do a lot of Final Fantasy 14, a lot of JRPGs, a lot of really good gameplay, and a lot of alcohol.
Yeah, she's a fan of the wine.
I do like the wine. I need to get a glass at some point. Pete's drinking his beer, and I'm like, oh, I should have gotten it already.
I had two shots of vodka before I started this stream.
We should have taken a shot together.
Let's go. Also, TheLuckCharm, she does a pretty kick-ass charity stream on a regular basis called the Pajama-Rama. She does giveaways. You wear pajamas and like tweet photos of yourself, and you have a chance to win all kinds of cool stuff. It's usually a party. She lets people from the community play games with her. One night, I was on there playing 100% orange juice or whatever that game. That game's crazy. It was a lot of fun though. I enjoyed it. The Pajamboree. Yeah, Lady Navio knows what's up.
Got you. It's not the Pajama-Rama. That's a good name. If you would have told me that one originally, maybe I would have gone with that one.
I am officially renaming your event the Pajama-Rama from this point forward. You're going to have to rebrand everything. I'm sorry. It's a better name. TheLuckCharm, compared to the other two, you are a bit quiet, so I don't know if you're able to turn yourself up or pull your mic a little closer, but...
Let me see.
All right.
Loud earlier.
So 9 minutes, guys. If you got here and you're not entered in the giveaway, it is not going to be like a raffle or anything. You have to be entered. You have to go to that link and you have to put your entries in. You got 9 minutes to get your entries in. Tell all your friends and come back here, and you better be watching, because if I call your name and you're not here, you got 5 minutes. So we're just the giveaways are going to happen during the podcast. So I'm going to announce the winner, and we're going to keep doing our thing. But I am going to have like a 5-minute timer. So I don't want it to interrupt the flow of the podcast too much. But they're going to be announced during our normal course of action here. So James, you played some games this week, and I'm curious to hear your opinion. Oh, by the way, I talked about James, but I forgot to mention he's not a guest; he's my co-host. So if you come back and watch podcasts in the future on Wednesday nights, you get to see his handsome face every week.
You can't lie to them like that, Jimmy.
What?
I'll be here every week, but that other part, that's just a lie.
I mean, TheLuckCharm, back me up on this.
You know, this is the first time I've seen James's face, and he's pretty cute.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. You need a beard, though.
I can't grow a beard.
Can't even do it. So yeah, you played. We were talking before we started. There was 2 games in particular that I'm very curious to hear, because one of them GatorPete actually showed to me. I had no idea what it was, or like I didn't even know it existed. It's called Vampyr. I don't know how you pronounce it.
It's however you want to pronounce
Like
it.
it's just Vampyr.
I think it's
Vampire.
just vampire spelled edgy.
Yeah, edgy
Pretty
spelling.
much.
So maybe you and GatorPete can fill me in because it looks interesting. It got like okay reviews, but I want to know more.
Do you want to start?
Well, going off of something that me and TheLuckCharm said yesterday, it looks like a PlayStation 3 game, and then it costs full price.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna pull it up here on Steam while we're talking about it. Yeah, it's $50. That may be the downfall of this game.
They put it up on the Steam store 2 years ago. This is when I saw it. I was like, oh, this looks cool. I guess it'll come out this summer. And the summer came. I was like, okay, and there's nothing. All right, sweet. Maybe next summer. And then, I don't know. It wasn't like it was delayed. There was just no information about it. And I think they posted screenshots like before the whole No Man's Sky thing happened because it looked really good whenever they first posted it. And then I noticed the screenshots and the video quality were kind of later on.
So
they hyped it up for like a really long time, and a lot of people some people have been really excited and some people haven't been that excited, and I think it's because it doesn't look that great, but they had said it was going to be some like groundbreaking game with this amazing story and this amazing combat, and from what I'm understanding and from what I've seen watching other streams, not quite there.
So it took too long to come out is kind of
Yes.
what the vibe that I'm getting. It could if it came out like 2 years ago when it was announced, it probably would have been kick-ass.
So the developers don't nod, which their track record is Remember Me, Life is Strange, and now this game. So this is kind of a departure from what they normally make. And yeah, so there's that. And I was told by somebody in my chat today, they said that it's okay. It's just kind of awkward because things just don't, like, there are good parts, but they just don't line up. Like something's awkward about it because they're not quite meeting up how they should. I was like, that sounds about right.
You know what's
good, Jimmy?
You know what's always a red flag to me? I'm like jumping through, they have 4 videos here, and I'm jumping through these videos trying to find any gameplay footage. And it's all just like cutscenes. There's very little actual like gameplay footage in any of these 4 trailers. That's generally, in my opinion, a bad sign. They're like, look at all these cool story elements and cutscenes, but there's like no gameplay in these trailers at all.
Yeah. I think it's heavily dialogue based also.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Good. Finish.
Sorry, is it branching choices type thing?
I'm not actually sure like how much your decisions actually matter. Like I've put in 14 hours and you definitely talk to more people than you actually spend fighting.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong, like the talking to the NPCs, it's interesting. They have a really nice dialogue system, but it's like, it's not really like, oh, this is like groundbreaking. It's more like, this is kind of cool, but it's not like anything new.
Yeah. Huh. That's unfortunate because when GatorPete first showed it to me, it actually looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
But James, you've been playing it and you said you've been enjoying it.
Yeah, I have been enjoying it. It's just my experience playing it, which is my main criticism. It seems like there's a lot going on and they weren't quite sure what exactly they were aiming for with this game, because it does a lot of things, but it doesn't really do any of them like well.
Okay.
They're all like good, but nothing has really stood out to me as like, oh, this is why you should buy this game.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I gotta pause real quick just to do one thing. I saw some talk in chat. If anyone was invited here by Frango Assado, e aí, gente, eu falo português. Se vocês são brasileiros, você pode vir aqui. Eu vou stream para vocês. Eu passei 2 anos em Brasil. Sejam bem-vindos. E vai lacraia. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
I had to say hello to any Brazilians out there. I do speak Portuguese, so you know.
You got Fringo Rondo? Aye.
Yay! So let's move on to the other one then, which was hold on. Where's my notes page? It is called Totally Accurate Battlegrounds. And when I saw this, when you were like showed it to me, I mean I knew this was gonna happen, but it happened faster than I thought it would. There it is. Totally Accurate Battlegrounds, and it's free. And you said it's actually really fun. So I want you to kind of explain what this is.
I never said it was actually really fun. I said I enjoyed it. There's a difference.
Oh.
Because my first experience loading in, getting into a game, was I jumped off of these semi trailers, like the full semis. They were flying like in a formation, and then you just fall out of them. You smack into the ground. I was like, I have no idea what's happening, but I assume there's guns on the ground somewhere. I find a gun. A helicopter comes flying to the left. Oh, I hit my mic. To the left of me. And then I guess the lag compensated. It put the helicopter in front of me. I guess there was like a delay there. It hits me. The guy jumps out. We're both missing every shot because like you can't aim. There's no like aim reticle. You're just hip firing and hoping you're gonna hit.
Yeah.
I somehow killed him, and I was like, cool, I got this helicopter. I try to fly the helicopter. I hit a tree and die. And in that 5 minutes, I was like, that was pretty enjoyable. But I can't really see it like longevity, like how long that enjoyment would last.
Yeah.
Kind of the way you enjoy a new meme that you see on Twitter. You're like, yeah, this is all right.
It's like meme the game. Like the novelty's there, but it'll probably wear off quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It does look fun. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it on a Thirsty Thursday.
Yeah,
It looks like a Thursday game.
All right, guys. My phone just told me that it is officially 6:30. I got an email from Gleam that said your giveaway has officially ended. That was good timing too, because I wanted to talk about those two games. A good transition time. So it's over. If you didn't enter by now, you're too late. I'm sorry. You can still follow me and come watch our podcast and hang out, but we're gonna be announcing the winners here. Well, I think we'll do them one at a time. So here's an important question. Should I start with third place or should I start with first place? I think everyone's here for first place.
You can do it the Miss America way and do third.
Ooh.
And first.
Oh, that's spicy.
All right. We had two votes in the audience for third. First.
Build us some ulcers.
Your choice. I think we'll start with third. We're going to start from the bottom up. So the first name that I pull right now, and unfortunately, the problem with Gleam is that it does, for the winners, it shows, depending on how you logged in, there's potential that it could show personal information. So I'm not going to be able to show the poll on stream, but I will announce it. I'll say your Twitch handle, because I think you had to log in through either Twitch or YouTube to even do the giveaway. What were the ways that you could log in? It was Twitch, YouTube, or
Facebook?
Did I allow Facebook or Twitter?
Facebook.
Anyway.
I think Twitter might have been an option. I don't think Facebook was.
Okay, so we're going to draw our winners. I clicked draw winners. Winners to draw. Sorry, I haven't done Gleam in a while. So to draw winners from entries within a date range. Get out of here.
To rig the contest, check this box.
Winners to draw. I only want to draw. I guess I'll draw all three now. It's wanting me to choose how many winners to draw. I'm confused. All right. Let's just do all three. Fuck it. I'm going to draw all three and then we'll announce the third place. Then we'll talk for a minute. Boom. All right. So in third place, oh damn, I don't have a Twitch handle for you, so you're gonna get doxxed. But you're
Big move coming in here.
The name that popped up for third place is a Michael Champlin.
Hey, that's me. No, it's not.
So if that is you, if you are that person, please send me a direct message either on Twitch or Twitter or Discord.
Photo ID.
Some type of identification.
Your social.
See that? 10 messages,
I-
11.
I have the email address, so private message me in the next 5 minutes with your email address, and I will. That's how I'll know. I'll be able to confirm from the email address that you send me in the next 5 minutes if it is you or not. I'm gonna pull up Twitter to make sure that I'm not getting any DMs.
Hey Jimmy, can I ask a question?
Yes.
How many people entered the giveaway?
How many
Yeah,
people
I was
entered
thinking
the
the same thing.
giveaway? Let's pull up my reporting.
Just sorry.
So yeah, I'll give you until 6:40. Hey, that's you don't use Steam. That's okay. That's the winner right there. You didn't have to spam your email address in chat, but congratulations, USS Rover. Do you know how to send a whisper on Twitch so that we can coordinate that? You don't use Steam, but if there, I can buy you a $10 game on Humble Bundle or whatever. If you want a game, if you're not interested, I can roll another person for third. All right. You asked how many people entered, so let's go look.
And he says, give it to someone else.
Give it to
Oh.
someone else. We'll roll again then.
Oh.
And
We-
someone left my door open.
We
I'll
had
be right-
472 users enter the giveaway.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Now, that being said, with Gleam giveaways, there's often a lot of like just spammed fake accounts and bot accounts, and that's specifically why James and I decided that you had to be present during the podcast to win. I didn't want people to just like bot the giveaway on Twitter and Twitch and shit. So you have to be real. You have to come here and you have to claim your prize. So Rover said he does not want the Steam game. So we're going to have to get ourselves another wiener here.
It's very nice of you.
Let's see. So for third place, we're going to re-pick the win. Oh, I'm going to do... Let's see here. I have the handle MIG31V. MIG31V. You've won third place. You get a $10 Steam game of your choice, or just $10 game in general. Could be Humble Bundle, could be whatever. You got 5 minutes, and we're going to keep the conversation going while we wait for... Keep an eye on chat, and we're going to wait for MIG31V to claim his prize. So what was next on our topics? Yes. I wanted to discuss this picture. We're going to discuss this picture. I saw this picture today on Reddit, I think.
I saw the same picture.
And I felt that it deserved a little bit of discussion, because I can say from my personal experience that this is very true. I will literally use shampoo for all of my shower needs. Especially if I'm in a hurry. I'll lather my head and I'll just use that shampoo for everything else. The Lady
See, Luck is
Navio,
laughing.
the Lady Navio, on the other hand, in general, she has shampoo and conditioner and body wash and facial soap. So definitely. Oh, and she does like sugar scrubs and like face masks and all that stuff. I could literally just buy shampoo and I'd be fine. LuckCharm, please inform me.
Well, my first question would be, what do your pores look like versus There's a difference.
Is
But
there
then
really though? Isn't soap soap?
Well, that face scrub's not different. It's for cleaning your pores, and soap is just for like general cleaning. I don't know. If I use like bar soap on like my face, I would just get so dry that I wouldn't be able to do it. But everyone's different.
My pores. I
husband
agree.
has
Mashed
pores.
potato. My pores feel very judged right now.
But
Absolutely.
I will tell you, my husband just started using a face wash as well and a toner because he noticed when he's 34 that he's starting to get like a little bit more wrinkles right here.
Yeah. 1 minute remaining. I'm keeping an eye. My name is Viet. We had to re-roll, so I added a couple minutes to the third place. I'm keeping an eye on it, though. We got a couple minutes for third place to claim their prize. It doesn't look like they're going to show up, so we'll roll it again in a minute. What about you, GatorPete? How many products do you use in the shower?
If you want like stopped up pores and a nice ruddy dry complexion, just run water over your face. There you go. I actually, you know what? It's funny. I did stop doing that, and there was a reason for it. It was drying on my face like super bad, and I noticed I just like I got so sick of doing it, of like washing and trying different soaps or scrubs or whatever. One day I was like, "Fuck, this is fucking stupid," and I just was like, "I'm gonna stop doing it," and I just quit doing it, and I just like rinsed my face, and I stopped getting breakouts and everything. I was like, "Wow, okay, all that's bullshit." It's not really bullshit, but yeah.
I will say the one thing that I do at least once or twice a day is I do use pretty decent quality lotion, like facial lotion. Especially after the shower. Because I live in the Central Valley of California and it's dry as balls here. So I do put I do put lotion on my face at least once or twice a day. So James, what do you do in the shower?
Oh, if you want to get that personal. But I have pretty dry scalp, so generally head and shoulders. And I have a face wash in the shower with a scrub thing. So I scrub my face with that. I leave that on while I'm taking my shower. And then a body wash for everything else.
My name is Viet makes a really good point, James. You need to give us your full hair regimen. I need to know every step of how you get your hair so fluffy and delicious. There's definitely a process
Genetics.
involved. Do you use a blow dryer or not?
I do not.
Lies!
Nope.
I don't know.
My entire like out of shower process is grab the towel I've been using for the past 5 days. Because I wash it every week. I know LuckCharm's looking with disgust. I wash it every week. I know you're supposed to use a different towel like every day. I live in a house with 7 other people. We don't have that many towels. So I use that towel and it's literally run it over my head until it's kind of dry and then it air dries.
So the key is ball sack oil.
Hey, you know what?
There you go.
As long as you hang the towel up and it
Yeah, I
dries
hang
all
it.
the way,
It's
you
not.
can reuse it a few
Oh,
times.
I don't know.
I
but
try to clean it more often. It's like your pillowcases. You have at most 4 uses because one side, flip it over, inside out, flip it over. But you should wash it definitely way more than that. It's one of those things.
God. James is looking at his towel like, I didn't know my hair was that curly. Wow. You were straight, but I don't know.
I probably used my pillowcase way too long.
Jimmy's over here like, you're supposed to wash the pillowcase?
you don't change your pillowcase every time you wash your sheets? I just wash everything together.
Well, yeah, but how often am I supposed to wash my sheets?
I had to wash them once a week.
Yeah, that's how often I do it.
I don't think you have to wash pillowcases more than once a week.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Lady Navio, we gotta talk.
Hey, Lady Navio sleeps with me, so she's guilty too.
When I met Prawn, he didn't wash his sheets either, and it grossed me the fuck out.
You gotta let things stew a little bit.
You gotta get to know your body oils.
You gotta build up some of those human pheromones. That's how you like signal the other members of the species, right? You can't just. You guys are too clean.
Did you ask Lady Navio if, upon entering the bedroom for the first time, if it had a certain Jimmy smell to it?
Oh, it absolutely does. I didn't have to ask her. All I have to do is go out of town for 3 days and come back. Everybody's house has a smell. And if not, I'm going to keep telling myself that. And fuck you guys. So
Doritos and nutsack sweat.
Officially time. I have not received any messages from Mr. Third Place, so we're rolling it again. Eventually, someone's going to win third. We have a Ben's Spado. I'm not even sure how to say that name. I'm gonna post the name in chat, and we're gonna give him 3 minutes. So Ben Spado, you have Zabo. I said that all wrong. Ben Zabo, you have 3 minutes to contact me through a DM, either on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, however you want to get a hold of me, and give me the email address that you used to sign up with, so that I know who you are. If you are unable to do that, I am going to roll another winner. And we're going to keep chatting, because that was fun.
Wait,
I will tell you one thing, Jimmy, about the product. It takes a long time to find something that works.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of products out there.
Conditioner is really important. Like, I can't live without conditioner, or else my hair literally turns into dreadlocks. So it just depends on the person.
Oof.
Like, I don't think most men have to use conditioner. I think it's really just for long hair.
Mm-hmm.
I think like part of that picture is also saying like how they market men's shampoo. It's like, wash your dog, wash your carpet, your hair, your body, your beard, use it for toothpaste, whatever.
Change your
Filthy
motor
fucker.
Let's just be honest. As long as it's in a black bottle and nothing else, men will buy it. They don't care. It just can't be in a pink bottle or like a white bottle or like a blue bottle.
It's got to be a manly color.
It's got to have manly fonts, rugged shampoo.
do what Old Spice did, put a picture of a bear or an eagle on the front of it. Like, yeah, totally.
Lady Navio brought up a good point, the female tax. I have heard this term before. Generally, what that means is that female products of equal quality and value generally cost a few bucks more just because it's for a woman and it's pink. Like razors and shit like that. But is it your fault for being willing to pay more for it? That's what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Well, I think it's kind of backwards now, because like I was saying, a man could buy a regular Neutrogena basic face wash for like $7 or $5 or whatever, but instead he goes for the $12 black bottle that's rugged face wash instead.
So you're saying there is also a man tax?
Now that men are getting into
that's true.
skincare.
But that being said, most self-care type stores that are specifically for those things are 90% geared towards women. Like, I go to Ulta with Lady Navio, and there's like one little teeny corner that's like dude stuff. So there is definitely a larger market for women. So capitalism would say, if there's a larger market, there's a demand, you could charge more for it. I think that's kind of what the whole lady tax or vagina tax or woman tax or whatever you want to call it.
I mean, that's true. I got all my stuff at Target, so.
Oh, but you see, Jimmy, you also forget that we sometimes are just like, we look at a product and go, I could do without it for like this week. Shaving, I'll not do it this week. Do it next week.
That's true. We are lazy beasts. I will agree with that statement. All right. We're going to roll again for third, because I'm pretty sure that this individual is not going to show up, and people are getting anxious.
Someone will win.
Second and first have not changed, so don't go anywhere. We have Snow Sparks 1975. I'm going to give you a couple minutes. You just won third place if you want a Steam game. Snow Sparks 1975. Hope you're here. That's me. Lies. All right.
Prongo, you're not allowed to use
I
that.
would say if like you can't add them and it's their Twitch name, scroll through.
That is a lot more efficient, Jimmy.
Well, not everyone entered through Twitch. Some people did through like YouTube and stuff.
What? Oh, sorry.
Because James's YouTube channel was one of the entry possibilities.
I mean, they should have known that they're supposed to be here at this time.
I know it was
Big
in the
old
red
red
print, but we still got to be fair about it. So now let's get into a beefy discussion that everybody wants to talk about, and that's boobs.
Yes.
Last, I think it was either a week or 2 weeks ago, during the Sheefs Beef, he presented two topics. We have a new Sheefs Beef that we're going to get into right after this, but I wanted to revisit this because we have a female here, and I want some perspective. The two topics were, one was booby streamers in general, like the ones who are intentionally doing. We've been there. We can talk about it, but
Looking at you, GatorPete.
the intentional lewd streamers who were doing a lot of that stuff. They were supposed to crack down on it. It still happens sometimes. The other half of the beef was the dudes that are paying them and expecting all females on Twitch to basically partake in the same behaviors and reciprocate for payments. Like, I give you money, I expect you to do certain things that the other lady streamers are doing. So, I played devil's advocate again, and I said, who cares? If you have an 18 plus on your stream, where's the moral boundary? And who's going to police what? And my next topic actually leads into that too. But we'll get there. He brought up the point of like little kids coming on Twitch and seeing girls doing these lewd things. And I said, yeah, but when I was a kid, it was the Victoria's Secret catalog, or, you know, the blurry Showtime channels, or, you know, like there's always going to be something. And the point I made was like, I'd much rather have, cause he's a parent, and I appealed to him and said, I'd much rather my kid be on Twitch with some like kind of whatever than him to be on 4chan or the dark web or some other crazy, like, way twisted whatever. Like, I don't know. So that was my devil's advocate argument. I don't necessarily 100% believe that, but there are a lot of people who enjoy that content. So I don't know. What do you think? And then mostly I want my guests to rein in here, because James and 28 and me and Meshyf already kind of had this discussion. So I kind of want to hear from you guys on this one.
I don't know if you want to go first.
Sure. So the question is, like, I mean, like, what is the question here, really?
So, are booby streamers a problem?
Okay.
That's one side of it. Ultimately, what it came down to is, are booby streamers a problem? Are the men who promote booby streamers and propagate that behavior across Twitch a problem? And which one is the bigger problem?
So number one, are booby streamers a problem? I don't think so. The way I've heard it argued is like they're not. Okay, so if you're a streamer and you think that booby streamers are a problem, they're not taking your audience from you. So that's one thing. I don't know. What was the next one?
The men or women, basically the people who promote that behavior and propagate it and try and promote that culture, and it leaks out into like the rest of Twitch.
To an extent, because like I think the problem is that it normalizes that behavior, and so you get some people who are new to Twitch, and they just like, oh, okay, so all women on Twitch are like this. So you have, like, I've seen it tons of times. They come into a female's stream and they're just like, show Bob's and Vagine. They're like, no, can I just play this fucking game, please? And it's like, I don't like that person can stand up for themselves. I don't want to white knight them, but like as a viewer, like it's irritating because like, man, fuck off. Like we're just trying to have a good time here. Like that person can handle themselves, but you're annoying me because we have to deal with this right now and like stop what we're doing. So
my name is Viet. Really liked your Bob's and Vagine comment. By the way. Yeah, well, one
normally misspelled, and I will say that.
So one point I'll make, and then LuckCharm can chime in here. One point that James pointed out to me that I hadn't thought of before is what it does to Twitch as a brand. Because he was saying like the example of like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I stream on Twitch. Oh, that cam girl site. Like, there, like that conversation has happened. So like, it may or may not like, and it's the same reason that like, for example, Reddit, they started closing certain subreddits because of the reputation it was giving the rest of the world to those specific communities. Even though they were pockets on their own and they weren't really causing damage to anyone else, the fact that they existed on Reddit was a problem because it tarnished the entire brand. So that was one argument that James kind of brought up, is like it does, like if that becomes the norm on Twitch, then that's what people will associate it with, or some people will. Anyway, LuckCharm, what do you think?
I might have a lot more to say on this. I don't know if you want to pull another winner or not. But yeah, so on the first part, there was like, are women who show more during their stream a problem? I think that could be a lot of different things. So part of it's how someone dresses, which to me shouldn't have to do with anything, personally. Because let's face it, the games we're playing half the time have like scantily clad, let's talk about Overwatch. There's a lot of really tight outfits in Overwatch and people don't care.
Witcher.
The Witcher is a great example. Mass Effect, there's actual, Dragon Age, there's literal intercourse happening in this game. So the women who do like squats on camera, I don't know. It's kind of hard. I wouldn't say that it causes people to expect other female streamers to do the same. At least I've never really gotten that. I think that creeps will be creeps no matter what. And they're just gonna be creepy no matter if you're doing squats on camera or if you're just chilling playing a game. So at least that's my experience as a female on Twitch so far.
Do you think it sets an expectation of you? Because there's been some female streamers who say they don't like it because it sets a bad precedent for female streamers on Twitch in general.
I will almost assure you that very few of those streamers actually send people lewds, unless it's their, Patreon, which Twitch was cracked down. You can't do Patreon on Twitch anymore and like actually advertise them. But a lot of times people are just gonna be jerks either way, and I get more issues for people coming into my stream and saying gamers like you are ruining the platform than people coming in and being creepy. Yeah. So if anything, I get more issues with like, say, me playing Final Fantasy in like a normal shirt. Like, I mean, you guys have been in my stream a lot.
So you have more issues with like holier than thou and white knighting than you do actual
definitely.
Creepers.
Oh yeah, I get a lot more people coming in calling me names or saying, oh, you're, booby streamer, when I play games 99% of the time, and I do have boobs, so I can't help that.
How dare you have a form?
Right. So I find more problems with people coming in and being like, oh, you're ruining the platform, you're just doing this, why do you even have your camera on? It's annoying. It's just annoying. So I don't think that boob streamers are the problem. I think the people who expect things from female streamers are the problem.
Okay, cool. I like it. That's good stuff. I definitely have some new perspectives to think about.
I had someone tell me to use my boobs for good as mashes.
Nice. So hey, USS Rover, the guy who originally won third place, he sent me a private message and he said he wants to claim his prize and he wants to give it to the person who can solve this riddle.
Oh.
So I'm gonna switch over to a chat mode here. I'm going to read the riddle, and we got to watch chat real close. And let's see who here present can solve the riddle first.
Who can Google faster?
And here, let me. I'm going to DM you guys on Discord that are here, and give you the answer. The answer is.
See, Frongo gets it.
Listen to his keystrokes. What is he
There you
typing?
go. I sent it to you guys. FYI, it is not on Google. Oh, did he post the question?
Yeah, he posted it earlier.
Oh, he did?
Let's see if I scroll up a lot, I can probably find it. Yeah, because I remember reading it earlier.
Well, Pi got it. All right, I guess Pi was paying enough attention that he actually remembered the question from earlier.
Yay, Pay.
Hey, sorry.
Sorry.
All right.
Hey, I know him.
If it was Brazilian pronunciation, it'd be Pi. Pay forever. Do you want your $10 game? That seems unfair. We I mean, he asked the question, right?
He technically won it, so.
Yeah, USS Rover won, so technically he can give it to whoever the fuck he wants. He won.
Yeah, that is only the $10 Steam game.
That's the $10 Steam gift card. We're just getting started. Let's go. That's not that's third place. So USS Rover, you can communicate directly with. Actually, no. I'll go ahead and I'll reach out to Pay and I'll get him that $10 Steam game. So let's just announce second place right now. I cannot pronounce this name. They are not in this country. So the chances of them being here are pretty rare. I'm just going to post the name in chat, and we're going to give it 3 minutes. The rest of these giveaways, we're doing 3 minutes. That is the name for second place. If that is you, you must somehow get a hold of me through a private message on Twitch, Twitter, and you must send me the email address associated with that name. So we'll keep on rolling while we wait for that. And we're going to go back to our all chat here. Can't even say it once sober. Yeah, it's a tricky one. I'm not even going to try. So, moving from that discussion, I have another question then. How do you guys feel? And this one is not necessarily is it right or wrong, beef or not, but how do you guys feel? Please list winners. I don't want to give out everyone's like email address and personal information personally.
Yeah, I understand where he's coming from. So like, we're not scamming people, but a lot of them did just give like emails and like their actual name.
Names? I just posted the name for second place. We're doing them one at a time. So my next question is, how do you guys feel? Because 3 of us here do this from time to time. I've become a little more subtle about it, but I kind of have a double standard on this issue, so I want to get your opinion on it. How do you guys feel about substance use on stream? Excuse me. And by substance use, I mean alcohol, smoking, marijuana, basically any type of substance use, vaping, whatever, on stream as he drinks his beer. Because I've actually had people contact me privately about this one. So I'm curious. I'm very curious about what you guys think. And James, you can be honest. And audience too, I want you to be honest.
I don't drink.
Any opinions?
That's it. Just period. I don't drink.
I don't drink.
Oh, I didn't realize I was like handing off like the what's that thing in the Olympics that's on fire? The torch. That's it. I didn't realize you were handing off the torch to me like that.
No, I was so here. Let me. Maybe I should be more specific. Delsis. See, for example, I've had people like Delsis contact me and say, "Hey, a little drinking whatever, but like excessive use of anything, I feel like I've had people contact me and say, hey, it's kind of makes me feel uncomfortable when you do that. And I personally feel that way about, I'm going to be like straight up honest. I watch H3H3 sometimes, Ethan Klein.
Mhm.
And when he started smoking during his podcast, for whatever reason, it made me feel super duper weird, because in any of his content before that, he had never done that. And then like when he has certain guests on, he just like lights up a cigarette and starts smoking during his podcast.
Yeah.
And it like made me feel weird, like kind of uncomfortable. I don't know why, because I felt like he was just doing it. It felt like he was doing it to be cool, and it just made me feel uncomfortable. And like, there are certain people that I feel like, and it's one thing if it's your MO, like I kind of have a double standard, because like Mogabi, for example, is a well-known like 420 friendly streamer, and you have other people. I've seen people straight up smoke weed on stream. They talk about weed, but it's been their MO from the beginning. Whereas like someone who just one day starts doing it, for example, gonna be 100% honest, GatorPete, the first time I saw you vape on stream, it super threw me off. And I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah. Now, I try to actually lean off screen whenever I do it for the most part. And a lot of that is actually, I mean, this like what chat was saying, like smoke and the green screen don't go well together.
yeah.
And also like it makes a sound into the microphone.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to have your sensitivity turned up kind of high. But also like I know I would feel a little strange if I was watching someone. And to your point about Ethan Klein, he said, I don't know if it's the case now, but he's even said like he only smokes whenever he has guests on the podcast. He doesn't smoke anymore. Aside from that,
Yeah, which is, I don't know.
I find weird.
Yeah, it's super weird. So, for example, we have another person in the audience, Jess2, who's a regular in my channel. He says, I do get uncomfortable whenever I see someone smoking or otherwise excessively using substances. I can't watch Mogabi. So, like, it's something to consider. There are people out there who, like, if you're, like, drinking and smoking and vaping and stuff on your stream, you may turn people away, whether or not, you want those people there or whatever. But I know it is an issue for some people. So I was just curious what your opinions were on it. Because it is a moral issue, similar to boobies or other, and cussing or whatever. So
I had a streamer tell me not to drink on stream because it would hurt my brand.
really,
Yeah,
Wine drinker streamers though.
there is, and that's the thing is I'm a night streamer, and what I tell people is before I started streaming and I would just hang out and play games in my living room, I'd normally be drinking a beer, drinking some wine, and hanging out. So same thing I do when I'm streaming, and it makes it more fun to socialize. So
Yeah.
I think I saw someone in chat say, it really just depends on the content you like. I don't care if someone, smoking cigarettes, I think a lot of people, at least around our age, actually, I don't know how James is. You can be 16 for all I know, honestly.
He doesn't drink. Maybe there's a reason.
Yeah.
I'm not that young,
Okay.
but I'd never liked the taste.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Fair.
But I just think that, a lot of people our age, like late 20s, 30s, don't think smoking cigarettes is very attractive anymore. Vaping is obviously huge. I wouldn't care if I saw someone blazing on camera personally, as long as it's legal in your state. And I'm from California, so I'm probably super desensitized by now. I think it'd be a little unattractive to see someone take a giant bong rip on stream.
yeah,
It might be impressive, but it wouldn't be super attractive.
Yeah.
And I don't like seeing people get super trash. Like when you look at a streamer and you think, man, I think they're gonna throw up tonight, or like they could leave and like go to the bathroom and not come back, which I know 2 streamers that's happened to. That's a little concerning. But if it's just like chill, like Jimmy has drinking streams, I have drinking streams. I don't know if he's done drinking streams.
mine usually stay chill.
I actually have a specific stream that I do to promote awareness for drinking and driving, where I drink on stream pretty heavily and play Euro Truck Simulator. So
Yeah, that's a little.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
it doesn't ever get wild. Like it's just
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's relaxed.
All right, guys, I'm going to bring up chat again, and we're going to find a second place. We're just going to start shotgunning rolls for second place until we find someone who's here. because it's time.
Oh, Jimmy, I don't know if you saw Lady Navio. She actually said you should call first place first so they can choose first. If you're letting them choose.
Oh, true. Yes, we're gonna roll first place right now, so you better be here. Now's the moment. I'm gonna give it. We're gonna wait like 1 minute right now. Get in here right now. If you're lurking, pull that tab open and get in here. I'm gonna pull up chat, and we're going to make this happen right now. This is for first place. I've already actually rolled first place, so hopefully they're here. If you're not, then we're going to the next person. The person is Driven873, and they are from the United States. Driven873, if that is you, you need to somehow get a hold of me and message me your email address that you used to sign up, or if that's Driven873 is your Twitch handle, then just say hi in chat and we'll know it's you. And don't go changing your name because I have your email address. Don't try and fake it. No Twitch name changes right now. Driven873. And we're gonna wait a minute. And while we wait a minute, you know what I want to talk about just for 1 minute?
What is it you want to talk about, Jimmy?
What's that?
Let's have a conversation about memojis.
I don't know what that is.
No.
Yeah, what is that? Did you just make up a word? Is that
No.
why I don't know what this is?
It got the biggest applause out of the whole thing. as
Does
well.
anyone know what memojis are?
They're not that cool.
So, Apple just had a press conference. Do you know what animojis are?
I don't like where this is going, Jimmy.
Again, the biggest applause at the conference.
Animojis were a thing that Apple invented where you could have little animated animals that represent you on your iPhone. And then they decided that's not good enough. You need to make one that looks just like you. And not only that, but it's going to have tongue detection. So it will know when you stick your tongue out. Not only that, but when you FaceTime, you can actually superimpose your Memoji's face on top of your normal face. And you can have FaceTime with up to 32 people at once, all with their Memoji faces. And not only that, but you can put stickers on top of them.
Tell me more.
That's the direction Apple is headed with their technology,
I'm
folks.
so happy I'm an Android user.
Dude, that place, like, I don't want to. Okay, whatever. Continue.
That's it. That's all I had to say.
There were crickets at that conference, and then whenever, like, to the point where a lady was like, "This is really awesome, guys," and the crowd was like, "Okay." They were just like kind of silent, and then the guy came on stage, was like, "Presenting memojis. You get to be the emojis," and everybody's like, "Oh my God, I am the emoji? Are you kidding me?" And just started clapping and cheering.
Even though Bitmojis have been around for like years.
That's what it reminds me of Bitmoji.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's their
Bitmojis
competition for Bitmoji.
Bitmojis aren't that quite like.
No,
In your
Bitmojis are just silly and fun.
Shady Hobo says, that's why I stick with a rotary dial phone. All right, we're re-rolling first place. Mr. Miller did not show up. Driven873. This is your last chance. Get a hold of me now, or you forfeit your first prize.
And
It's-
I don't want to leave this topic just yet because you reminded me that
All right.
there is a niche of videos on YouTube of gameplay, and where the face cam is, instead it's an anime girl, because I forget what the name of the Steam app is, but you can load in a 3D model, and using your webcam, it will track the movement.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the same thing as the dog.
And there's a pretty big audience for people that like that type of thing.
What kind of audience?
Thought about buying it. Just saying.
I don't know what type of audience, I just know that audience exists, and they like that content.
Well, you know, I don't hate on the people who like anime girls.
Mind your own business, James.
Yes, James, you're never getting invited to my loot channel. Of course.
All right, here we go. We're re-rolling first place, and roll it. We have Fusion-like. Fuzzionlike. Fusion-like. They won for their follow of Mr. James28. That's the entry that won them. That's the username. Fusion-like. Hit me up. If that's you, you just won an Amazon gift card or a Steam gift card. You got 1 minute. Also, one more thing I want to talk about real quick. Microsoft just announced they're buying GitHub. Does anyone know what that means? It's a big deal for me.
What's a GitHub, Jimmy? For those is that words that aren't really like in that type of atmosphere.
So let me break it down for you. GitHub is a free open source tool for what's called version control. So like, you know, in Word, how it actually keeps track of the changes you make over time to your document now. Like you can see historical changes and who's made them. Like in the newer versions of Word. GitHub is basically what that is, but for software. And it's always been open source, and so people could share programs and code that they've written. Well, Microsoft, the biggest advocate for not open source software, most of their software until very recently has been private closed source software. Well, they just went ahead and bought GitHub, the biggest source of open source shared software on the internet. So that's probably not going to end well for any software developers out there. I don't know. People are freaking out about it. People are saying they're going to add Clippy to GitHub, which I think would be hilarious.
Wouldn't you enjoy Clippy though?
All right, we're re-rolling. Fusion-like is not present. We're done waiting.
In before GitHub becomes part of OneDrive.
Oh no.
All right, we have a Kevin Globscorp. This one's actually a YouTube one. Do you know this person, James?
No. The Globs Court makes me think of some people, but not enough to like narrow someone down.
Kevin Globscorp, you got 30 seconds. But anyway, I encourage everyone to go read up on it because it's actually kind of scary that Microsoft is just going to buy GitHub. I don't know. I know GitHub was hemorrhaging money, and they were in talks with both Google and Microsoft won that. So I don't know how to feel about it.
So what are some of the negatives of that, if you could, real quick? Like,
what are you afraid of, Jimmy?
Yeah, what are you afraid of? That educate us, please.
Yeah, well, guess who else Microsoft messed with recently and kind of ruined?
Skype.
There you go.
Hey, they brought us a mixer.
A lot of people are worried that it's a smash and grab for stockholders because what they can do is they can put Skype, they can host Skype on their Azure servers and say, look, our cloud usage went up, which will make their stocks go up, which will make all the shareholders happy, and then they'll just let the platform die.
I saw the meme earlier.
So there are concerns. Would you rather have Google won? No, actually I wouldn't, because Google's been doing a lot of shady shit lately. Kevin Globscorp, this is your last chance. We are rolling. We're going to find a first place person. If you're not here, you don't win. So we're going to roll again. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, I might just start looking to see if these names are in chat or not. This one is also not legible. That's their screen name. They do not appear to be present. If you're not here, you don't win.
That might just be a bot.
I'm gonna re-roll.
One hand, once on the keyboard. Usually. I keep reading that as Dragon Wad for some reason.
Oh, this one might be here. This looks like a straight up screen name. Screen name is Killer Bites.
That's an interesting name.
Joel Carlos. Anyone? Nobody's here to claim the prize? Well, I knew that'd be an issue. That's why I said you have to be here.
It means if you showed up, you're automatically like at a 90% better chance than everyone else.
Exactly. But I still want it to be fair, so I'm going to keep rolling until we get someone. Reroll. Here we go. Matthew Roxors. Twitter handle @Roxors. For a follow on Twitter. If you're present in Twitch right now, you win. If not, we're going to re-roll again. What do you guys think? Should we do it? The Twitter name was @Roxors. Here, I'll post their Twitter handle. And I actually need to go hit the bucket, so I'm going to wait. We'll give them 2 minutes, and we'll be right back, guys. All right. I'm going to roll until I see a name that I recognize. Until I see a name that I actually see in chat. I'm not even going to announce the name. I'm just going to roll until it's someone that... I have the list up here, so we're doing this.
Someone will win.
All right. I'm just going to start calling them out. Mr. Jim 74. I don't think that person is present, so we're going to re-roll. James Coyne, Mr. Jim 74. Nope. I don't see that name here. This one's a YouTube name. Lubomir Nedialkov from Bulgaria. Probably not here. We're going to roll again in a couple seconds. We're going to roll again. Because I know that person's not here. I'm pretty sure that's a bot. Marissa Carlone, Rage Tip. If your name is Rage Tip, you win. And that is a Twitch username. I do not see them present. So, here we go. Winter Eyes. Winter Eyes. Are you present? Nope, we're rolling again. Hey, stop it. Sorry. The cat was scratching the couch. Star 101. We'll go through every name if we have to. Star 101. The problem with Gleam is it doesn't show me the rest of the names. So, yeah, there's a kitty. Let's go full view for a second. All right, we're going again. Bence Zabo. Don't think they're present. Rolling again. Alex UZ15K. Don't think they're present. It's going to be someone awesome once it finally pops up. Carlos Laval. Someone will eventually win. It's going to be me, Shady Hobos. Just copy the viewer list into a random chooser. It does not give me the viewer list. That's one of the restrictions of the free version of Gleam. I only can see the winners. I don't get the viewer list. You have to pay for all of the Because that's raw data. Data costs money. They're not going to give me 400 people's information without paying for it. Ooh, this one looks promising. Rob Hester. Hest is the best.
Nice.
From, they're in the United States. Is there a Rob Hester in the house? He is a modest one. We're going to keep chatting. I'm going to keep rolling. So, on the musical front, we're getting down to the end of my topics here. We're just going to talk about media in general because I've been consuming some new stuff lately. Anyone here in chat or on the podcast a fan of? Have you ever heard of the band Ghost?
No.
Anyone here into rock? Ghost.
What kind of rock?
Ghost recently came out with a new album. It's on Spotify, and it's amazing. It's pretty heavy metal. They deal with themes of, you know, your typical metal stuff. So they talk about angels and demons and heaven and hell. But musically, it's an amazing album. Particularly, there's actually 2 instrumental tracks on the album that are awesome. And the reason I bring this up is because Meshyf and I recently found out, does anyone here have Spotify? Have you used some of the advanced features of Discord?
No.
So,
Advanced.
so one of the cool things that Meshyf and I have been doing the last few days, and I showed it to GatorPete today, you can actually do what's called you can start a listening party. So, like, if you're listening to Spotify, and you know where that little plus is that usually is for sharing files, it'll have a little green dot next to it. And when you click on it, you can actually initiate a listening party. And what a listening party is, any number of people can join in on that. Next winner, David Escamilla. David Escamilla, if you're in chat, you won first place. Hit me up. Anyway, the listening party, everybody listens at the same timestamp to whatever playlist or album or song or anything. So you can actually, in real time, with a group of people, listen to it. And whoever initiates it, whoever's hosting it, has control over what's playing. So you could have like 30 people all listening to like one person who's like basically being the DJ. And they're all listening in real time in the same spot in the music. It's like Rabbit for music. Yeah, it's really cool. So I highly recommend it. I was playing a funk playlist earlier, and I invited GatorPete and Tusdar, and they were listening along. It was a really cool feature.
They don't sponsor me, but I guess they should. If you want Spotify Premium, if you're a student, you can get that. Spotify Premium with a Hulu account and Hulu for $6 a month. So my wife's in school, so we use that all the time. It's pretty rad. So just a heads up.
We have Twitter handle @Alarosa.
Wait, but is it true that Hulu still makes you watch ads even when you're paying for it?
Yep.
They have a higher tier one that you have to pay for if you want it to be ad free.
Couldn't skip commercials that long.
Sorry, I got a text message I have to respond to.
Super Premium Ultra. Yeah.
Nope, not here. We're going. Dude, I can't wait for someone to win first place. I'm just going to start looking at my user list and seeing if they're here. So you better be active in chat too, so my user list is updated. I know who's here though. Ooh, this one looks promising. We have a Dan Valance. Anyone here? Dan Valance? Dan Valance, if you're present, you just won. And you need to send me a private message with the email address you used to sign up with. If not, we're going to roll again here. I don't see any name that resembles that in chat, and I don't see a Twitter handle at all. I like mellow and cheap. Lady Navio, what are you referring to?
My wine.
Ah, you guys are talking about wine. We can go back to that discussion. Jimmy is just rolling and rolling, dude. I want someone to win so bad. I really want it to be someone here that's part of my community. But I do have to call out the names, to be fair. I have a Joseph Nickerson. Smokeblade 77 from the United States. So GatorPete,
Yeah. What up, dog?
why aren't you playing games anymore?
Yeah, what happened, Pete?
What do you mean?
I want more games.
Played a game today. I mean, it's a loose definition of the term game, but
But why don't you stream more games?
Whenever I stream in the morning, like the longest I can stream for is 3 hours. It's like 3 days a week, so that makes it super hard to get through games, man.
You don't
Plus,
have to
it's like-
get through them.
It's a story game, yeah.
All right,
What?
we got another. Oh wait, sorry, hold on. What were you saying?
You can draw another name or whatever you're gonna do.
I am. It takes a second sometimes.
Okay. Those of you who have been to my streams know how active or energetic they are, and I've kind of set that bar, so a lot of games don't really lend themselves well to that format of stream.
You
Yeah.
know what game you played that I really liked? Even though I know it wasn't the best game, was that detective one. I think that was really fun.
The Council?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't like that game very much, but it was fun to make fun of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like a fun game to watch.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, we have one here. Daniel Kinski Lebeda. And this email address is definitely one that should be here. I can't give it away, but the email address would lead me to believe that they might be present. The name that came up is this name, Daniel Kinski Lebeda. So if that is you, please private message me the email address that you used to sign up for the giveaway, and you have won first place. Please be here, because I'm pretty sure
You're so close.
that's someone. Oh yeah, so let's talk about Detroit. I
Oh.
actually
Hey,
did.
we can talk about Detroit.
I did want to talk about Detroit, because Lady Navio, it was funny. I saw people playing that. Where are you drawing these names from? We just did a big old giveaway, man. It's over now. You can't enter, but I'm trying to find a winner, and you have to be present to win. So we're just rolling.
It was a giveaway through Gleam.
Gleam, yeah. Daniel Kinski Lebeda. I'm gonna give it a couple more seconds. Hint: they are from the Minion Masters community. Based on the email address I'm looking at, they're definitely from Minion Masters. So, anyway, I saw people playing Detroit. It's a PlayStation exclusive. I have a PS4, and in my head, I'm thinking this is actually. So, Lady Navio doesn't play a lot of games with me. There's very few. There's some games she enjoys, and I'll watch her play, or we'll play together. But in general, we don't do a lot of games together. And I saw. Who is it? Am I seeing things in chat? Sorry.
Giveaway winner at minionmasters.com.
I thought I saw something.
Jimmy.
No, that's not it.
Yes.
All right,
Anyway.
Jimmy, tell us about your David Cage experience.
I saw people playing it, and in my head, I'm thinking, because every time I propose a game or something, a lot of times she's like, nah, not really. So in my head, I was thinking, ooh, I should propose Detroit, because it's not really a game so much as like a choose your own adventure. And I was like, nah, I didn't say anything.
Oh.
And then today we were at lunch, and she was like, I was watching this streamer, and they were playing this really cool game. It looked really awesome, and it was like the blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, is it kind of like a story driven blah blah blah? She's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I got super excited. She's like, yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. And I was like, was it Detroit? And she was like, yeah. I was like, I was gonna propose that we play that together.
Oh, nice.
So she actually found it on her own, and she's not like a super hardcore gamer or anything, but it appealed to her. So I thought that was really cool.
Nice.
But yeah, what do you guys think of it compared to their other titles?
Well,
David
let's play
Cage
it.
games are super fun. Like, you guys do end up getting Detroit. Heavy Rain comes with it, and that is my favorite one. Heavy Rain is amazing. It was back in PS3, but such a good game. Like, I'm not an emotional person. I'm not a crier, but that game made me tear up. So Lady Navi would probably really like it. It's a great game. It's kind of like a detective game. So if you're into that kind of stuff. But Detroit, I haven't finished it yet, but it's good. It's fun. I like it. I like it better than Beyond Two Souls, personally. I think it's just better. I think it's a better story. And it's less, they don't do, Beyond Two Souls did this thing where they were trying to make it like really like all mystery, and Detroit is focusing on the sci-fi and the emotional elements. And I think they did a great job, and it's beautiful. So go for it. I would buy it. And it has replayability, which is wonderful.
Yeah, I saw some of the levels had crazy like branching paths and different endings and stuff.
I think there's. Oh, I won't say. There are many endings.
There are lots of endings, and like that's the nice thing is that they show you at the end of every scene what you could have done, and sometimes you'll finish something and you'll be like, oh my god, I could have done so much.
Yeah,
So-
I like that it shows it after each level too.
Yeah.
That's
It's,
pretty cool.
Detroit's was kind of a problem last week though for streaming. Like if you wanted to host somebody, good luck finding someone that wasn't going to ruin the game.
Yeah.
I had like 3 people in the barrel to host. Like I had pretty juicy host. I was like, oh, you're playing a game that none of us have played yet. Oh my god. Oh,
So
yeah.
James tracked down who the winner that I called was. He knows who he is, but he's not here. So
Yeah, I just messaged him and he was like, wait, it gave you my actual name? What the fuck?
well, yeah, because it's a giveaway. In the name of fairness, unless he gets here, I gotta give it to someone else.
I agree with Jess too. I'd say next.
Yeah, I'd say next too.
All right. Sorry, they threw you under the bus, Dan. You weren't here. So
Them's the rules.
the next winner we have is Lawrence Giordano. In the United States. I have your email address here. If that is you, please contact me. Send me a private message with the email address that you used to sign up. So many people using their real names, it gives me your real name. If you signed up, it's a giveaway. I have to confirm that you're a real person. So if you use Twitch, it gives me your Twitch. So I'll say that instead. These are people that signed up either through like Twitter or email or something else. So they're not, it didn't give me their Twitch handle.
There's so many people that sign up for this and just expect the code to like be emailed to them.
Yeah.
They just like
Which-
shotgun giveaways.
Yeah,
like, there's
they
people that
shotgun giveaways.
do that.
It should have given more than a real name. It did not give me, that's what it gave me. Dan. Should we give it to Dan for showing up?
Hi, you're supposed to be here at 6:30.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I feel like if you weren't here, those were the rules in the big giant red print on the giveaway. So for the sake of fairness, I feel like I have to say no. You're welcome to stick around. You may win second place. But everyone else has been here for the entire podcast waiting for a winner. So I'm sorry, Dan. We're going to keep going. Here's one. Phoenix Nightfire is the Twitch handle. Phoenix Nightfire, if you're present. I do not see them currently active in chat, but maybe they're lurking. So, yeah, I played Heavy Rain briefly, but I think at the time I wasn't able to go deep on it. But it was really cool. The story was compelling and everything. I think we might have to start picking up some of those games. I think Lady Navio might actually be down to play some of those.
Rain's really good.
Rain's really good. I'm really excited to replay it. I haven't decided if I'm doing it on stream or not.
Their first game, I forget what it was called. Cold something. They re-released on Steam, remastered it, and it was $2 the other day. It's called Fahrenheit.
Oh, yeah.
But that was like, was it PlayStation 1? PlayStation 2 probably. It's old.
I don't know. Mash said, does everyone on the podcast like David Cage games? I can see why people don't like them. Like a lot of my friends' streams, I'd see like, oh, it's all time action events. I'm like, well, yeah, that's the genre. That's like you playing a shooter and not liking shooters. But it's not a game for everybody. You have to like a lot of talking and not a lot of gameplay. And like, I think my biggest thing with Detroit is there's very little running. It's a lot of like walking. So
yeah, there were some cool like action-y like time sequence events, but there were points where it felt like it did drag a little bit.
So those of you that like David Cage games are probably gonna hate on me for this, but it's just kind of like it's a film with quick time events, but they're not quick really. They're more like medium time events.
Mm-hmm.
One,
I know.
Sorry, go ahead.
I've watched a lot of playthroughs, and a lot of them are like, "Oh, I failed this QuickTime event. It moves on anyway." Because there's very few QuickTime events where it actually matters. Like, "Oh, I failed this QuickTime event, and Connor actually died. I didn't expect that to happen." And then it's like, "Well, that ended it." So.
All right, I'm gonna start reading off email addresses. I think that now should I not do email addresses? What's worse, real names or
why
email
don't you just
addresses?
start typing names in chat instead of emails? You can just talk while you do it.
Christian Miranda. I'm just gonna type it in chat then.
Overwhelmingly, no emails.
No emails, please.
Okay.
There you go. That's Christian Miranda if you're here. So you're saying Heavy Rain comes with Detroit?
Yes.
Other way around.
Yeah, you get it with the download. I don't think I bought any special things, so I thought I just bought the regular one.
That's not a limited time promotional deal? That's just...
I don't know. It might have been the pre-order. I did buy it like 2 days before, but maybe TSN will probably tell you. I thought that you get it like with the game, so
I'll look it up to see if I'll just look it up on Amazon to see if it comes with it. It says it comes with it because I'm curious.
I also asked how I thought it fared with Beyond Two Souls. Honestly, I think Detroit's way better than Beyond Two Souls. Beyond Two Souls, I think, tried just too hard to be like angsty.
Next winner coming in. Just typed it.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that. I haven't played either, but I've watched like all of them because I don't have a PlayStation. My brothers have one. I'm not touching it. It's like gross. And it's like I watched Northern Lion play Beyond Two Souls, and I was like, this is interesting, but it's like, was it interesting because I liked the game and what it looked like, or because Northern Lion was playing it, but then everything I saw from Detroit was just like overall way better.
Yeah,
I'd say that. Like Beyond it's fun and it's interesting because I don't know if any of you know the premise of the game, but Essentially, you have a main character who's played by Ellen Page, and she is a spirit thing, and sometimes you can be the spirit and like fly through walls and like get through security, and sometimes you're her. But it's just a lot of story to get to, like, you just want to know what the spirit is, and at the end it's kind of a letdown, in my opinion. So it was a fun game, but I never replayed it. Whereas Heavy Rain I played a couple times, and I'll probably play Detroit a couple times.
The Heavy Rain comes with the pre-order for Detroit and the Detroit Deluxe Edition. So there you go.
There
Okay.
you go. Thanks,
Cool.
Pete.
All right. I think it's time. I wanted to get these done, but it's time for Sheefs Beef. I
Oh, yeah.
forgot all about Sheefs Beef. We're going to do Sheefs Beef. For those who don't know, this is probably one of my favorite parts of the podcast. I'm going to keep rolling names during the Sheefs Beef discussion. Basically, our good friend Meshyf, shout out to him in chat if possible. I'll do it. He makes a video every week with some fun topics to talk about. And we debate which one we think is the bigger beef. So I'm going to pull that video up, and we're all going to none of us have watched this, so we're all going to hit play at the same time, and we're going to watch it together. And then we're going to decide which one is the bigger beef. So hold on one second here. I got to get the right window up. Why isn't that working? Where is my video window? Hold on. Oh, there it is right there. Window capture. I had it up and it's not working, so. You guys all have it ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. There we go. I'm going to bring it over here. Got the Sheefs Beef. Oh, there it is. Now it's showing up twice. Fantastic. There we go. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, go. And we're going to hit play on go. And this is Sheefs Beef. 1, 2, 3, go.
Welcome, everyone, to JTR HNBR Network Sheef Beef Stadium Complex. We're coming at you with another Sheefs Beef. I'm Meshyf, bringing you the beef. We got two contenders going head to head, and we're going to tell you
What
what
sounds?
the beefiest this week.
Did he
Let's
just
get
slap
straight
some
into the
meat
action.
together?
Get to the ring. Bring you the man with the plan, the sheaf with the beef. Meshyf.
That's a real hoodie you can buy, by the way.
I love the bucket.
Welcome, everyone. Sheef Beef Stadium. Welcome to the beef. Beefies and beefettes. Let's get started. Let's get down to business. Okay, this week we got two big contenders. With E3 on the rise, I think these guys get a major shout out for the beef. It's Valve. Why Valve? Not because I hate Steam, not because I hate the games.
That
they make.
picture.
Actually, because I love the games they make. I love Portal 2. I have 600 hours in TF2. They make some of the greatest games ever. But here's the issue. They stopped making games. They started making garbage. What in the fuck? Gaben, where is Half-Life 3? We have E3 on the rise. Half-Life 3, nowhere to be seen. The rumors are there. They're there every year. They've been there every year for shit since the internet's been out. I don't know. Forever. Here's the thing. Nobody's breaking down your door to find out when Artifact is going to come out. Nobody is begging you for that. Everybody wants Half-Life 3. And if the people who don't want Half-Life 3 just don't know they want Half-Life 3 yet. If you have air in your lungs, blood in your veins, you want this game. But no. We're good. You know what? We have a new summer sale coming out. We're going to sell a bunch of garbage shovelware for 99 cents, and you'll like it. That's why, Gaben, my buddy, my pal, my dreamboat, you're the
dreamboat.
first beef of the week. Second beef. Mobile aids. I mean ads. Mobile ads. Sorry, excuse me. This is
Wait a minute. Something
plague.
about that.
Nay, a scourge from mobile users.
Mobile aids.
This fucking ad right here. I know you know what it is. I know you've seen it, and I know your heart just sank right when you saw those little squares. This is some Final Fantasy garbage. And I like Final Fantasy. I got no problem with Final Fantasy. I got no problem with microtransactions, pay to win, pay to play. I got no issue. Make it voluntary. This is the epitome of the worst mobile ad experience. This is pay to play. Am I paying to play? No. This game is so bad. So bad. They are paying to make me play. Yes, this is one of those games where you're in the middle of watching your favorite streamer and you're thinking, I'll get some free biddies. I'll throw some bits in that bucket, want to show my support. Or I'm using a free app. I'm using T-Chat, and then all of a sudden, boom, you got to play some shitty Final Fantasy tower defense game. Okay? This is mobile ads. This is the state of advertising in the mobile space. It is awful, and this shit needs to stop. This is a beef right here. The second you pick up one of these, you pick up a new phone, you're on the Twitch, you're doing anything, and all of a sudden your user experience goes to absolute shit. All of a sudden it's $19.99 again. What the fuck? Twitch, you're a huge contributor to this. I almost want to make you one of the beefs this week, but the ads are, fuck, they're bad. I'm okay with ads. Make them interesting, make them relevant, make them non-intrusive. Don't make me play shitty fucking games. And don't think, top right corner, you think you're hitting that X to get out of this ad? No. The only way to get out of this ad is to swipe and put the towers up as fast as... Oh shit, sorry, I fell asleep. I'm so fucking bored from this garbage mobile ad. Alright, those are our two beefs of the week. Valve, mobile ads, Jimmy, James, esteemed guests, and chat members. Beefies, beefettes, I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear who's the beefiest. Keep in mind, there's a right answer, and I'm going to get to what that is right after I hear from you guys. So let's take it to the chat. Let's take it to the fucking commentary crew. Buds, hear what you got to say.
Ooh. I want to add Shady Hobo. I think Shady Hobo said it. You don't actually have to play the ads. You don't. They're still annoying as shit. But if Meshyf doesn't know that you don't have to play the ads.
I've got a funny story about the mobile game. One of my friends works for an advertising agency who does Square advertising. When they first started happening, I think I was on Snapchat, I kept saying them, and it was annoying me. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Which I'm not gonna say on here. And I'm like, do you guys do those fucking ads? And he's like, no, we don't do those ads. You're like the 15th person who's asked me.
So he sounded very defensive there.
Yeah, because people, I guess, that really don't like them.
It's probably the least aggressive person to ask him that.
I probably was. I was like, because he knows I play Final Fantasy, and I was like, do you do those ads? Because they're annoying. And he's like, no, I don't. It's a different company. And I was like, oh, okay.
I wonder how many people actually click on those. Like, actually are lured into, like, this seems cool.
I want to know how many people actually play it.
I don't know.
I'm sure once you actually start playing it, it gets you. But I want to say I don't think it works. But the fact that it's everywhere tells me that it works.
Big net. It's going to catch someone.
Probably the people who get viruses on their phone.
Probably the people who click on things to get viruses.
You're not wrong.
Okay, wait. True story. Have either of you ever gotten an app because it's on ad?
Define ad.
Oh.
Like an ad, like you're on Snapchat or I don't know, YouTube or whatever, and you've been like, you know, that game or this app looks kind of cool. I'm gonna download it and try it.
No.
Never.
Never. Pete?
No, but I've looked it up in the Play Store before to be like, what is this piece of shit? And then all of the reviews are like, this is a piece of shit. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Just wanted to double check. You know, maybe, I don't know, just out of curiosity. But,
Yeah, like the only time I've ever like downloaded an app and started playing it was on a streamer was paid to promote it, and I was like, okay, that has something interesting to it. I'll play it for like a day, and then day turns into like a month, and I'm like, okay, putting it down, uninstalling. The longest one I've played so far is just my friend Gamer was like, hey, you should play this with me because if you sign up using my link, I get rewards. And I was like, okay. And now 2 months later, I'm still playing it. I spent like $30, so now I'm like invested.
oh no.
Yeah, I've seen an ad over and over again. Some kind of ad, because I'm cheap and I don't pay for things. And then I was scrolling through the Play Store. I remember I was on my way to Texas. I was at the airport, and I was like, I want something interesting to play. And this game popped up that I had seen so many ads for, and it had such good reviews that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try it. And you know what? It's the only fucking old game I play. So.
Whoa, interesting.
But I did not. And the ads are so funny because the ads like totally different than the actual game. So.
Really wary of like if I see a game that I found in an ad and then it's like overwhelmingly positive reviews, those are the same type of games that will say like, hey, give us a 5-star review and we'll give you like extra energy or whatever microtransaction money for this day. And you know, there's a lot of people saying like, oh, it's great, but there's some people in there that just they're not having it, and they're just breaking it down. They're just like, this, they promised you something for 5-star ads, don't listen to it. God bless you.
So, sorry, I'm back. I had an emergency phone call I had to take. As far as the ad part, does anyone remember the day when Apple did not have ad-supported apps? Because the huge difference between the Apple market and the Android market was the Android market had free apps because they allowed ad-supported apps. Originally, the Apple market did not have that. All the apps had a cost. There were no ad-supported free apps on the Apple market. And a lot of people argue that those were the golden days of Apple apps because they were completely free of all of that bullshit. I'm not a huge Apple fanboy, but I would rather pay $1 for an app than have to fucking try and click on that stupid circle X that no one can ever press because I have fat fingers and that X is so damn small that I end up clicking on the ad every fucking time. I would much rather pay $1 so I don't ever have to do that again. So in my opinion, I think there needs to be, and some apps have both. Some apps have the free option and they have the $1 no ad option or whatever. But in that case, when we're talking 50 cents or $1, like a candy bar, fucking get rid of ads, please. I don't ever want to have to try and close an ad when I'm in the middle of doing something. That's just me.
I think though, if you're gonna charge, like if you have to buy the app, that there needs to be like a demo of it, because somebody could charge something and you open it up and it just like completely dupe you, given the way like the Play Store operates.
Well, yeah, they need some type of refund system.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know if they'll do that.
Yeah, because I have paid full price for phone apps, and it's only because the games I bought were the same game you could buy on Steam. They just ported it to the cell phone, and it was just like a puzzler. So it ran like perfectly well on my phone, but it was like $10, but it was still $10 on Steam. So I was like, yeah, that's a fine purchase. I'll pay for that.
USS Rover makes a good point. Asks, does Apple have something like rewards like the Android has? Because I do the survey thing for Android, and usually if I want to buy something like an app, I'll use money that I get from doing those surveys. So I don't know if Apple has anything like that, but
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to care about ads because honestly, it's how businesses run. And if you want free shit, you should have to look at ads. So
Right.
But if you're willing to pay like $1, I'd say go for it, but it could be like a lot more to actually keep that.
Now that being said, anyone who charges you money for their app and still puts ads in it can just fucking die in a fire.
Yeah,
Why are you
that's
calling
true.
out Hulu like that?
Oh.
Oh, I don't mind Hulu's ads actually. I don't really care.
All right, I'm just spitting out winners in chat, so I hope you guys are paying attention to chat. And the first person to contact me that has one of these names, that's a Brazilian one. So Frango, maybe that's one of your friends. Let them know. They got a couple minutes. Oh, so I wanted to say one type of ad that I really do like, and there's a couple platforms that that do this. The two that I can think of off the top of my head is Reddit and Instagram. I love ads that let the community, like, they're basically just like a normal post and people can talk about it, like, right in the post. So on Reddit, like, they have the promoted posts on Reddit, and it's just like any other Reddit thread. So you can immediately go into the comments and read what people say about it before you download it or use it or whatever. I love those types of ads. I love the Instagram ads because it's like some game and it looks kind of fun. And then you go into the comments and they're like, it's dog shit. You hit level 10 and it's a pay-to-play game. So then, okay, cool. Then I don't have to play it. Like, you can just see immediately the community feedback. That's the type of ads I like. I have no problem with that whatsoever. If I see like an ad as I'm scrolling through Reddit or Instagram and there's an actual like public discussion about it. What do you guys think about that? I like it.
I feel like all the Reddit ads I see are locked. But I don't know, maybe it's just my Reddit feed.
I like them because I literally just don't ever pay attention to them.
Yeah.
So
just
really,
scroll.
they're not that annoying.
Well, no, on Reddit I get annoyed when it's the ones that look like they're like an article and then they're not. They're an ad.
Yeah.
All right, this is a Twitch one. Return of Madara. Are you here? I don't see your name, so we're probably... Wait, Gustavo's coming? Are you serious?
But he has to be here.
He wasn't here when I called it, though.
We made that ruling to Dan.
We already
Wait.
did
How long ago was it, though? Because officially in the rules it says 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But Dan took longer than 5 minutes. His name was up there for a long time, so Dan's out. So I'll give Gustavo like 2 more minutes to get here, because I'm tired of rolling names. If Gustavo shows up,
Jimmy, you're gonna have a riot in a second.
We're trying to give you
Rigged.
something for free. Show up.
Oh my god.
Nope, he's not coming. Okay. Well,
all right, we're rolling.
I'm blaming you, Jimmy.
I really want to give this shit away. I'm not trying to keep this shit.
Hey, I want that $50 Amazon gift card.
I know, we all do. I entered myself. No, I'm just kidding. We're rolling. We're just rolling.
All right, so what was the other beef that was happening? We delved in-
Half-Life 3.
Valve.
It was
The
Valve.
age-old one. I
I
think
think like, I don't know, are we all desensitized to Half-Life 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda.
Half-Life 2 was 2004. Like, the expansions were up until 2007 and 8, but I mean, it's 10 years now.
See, Luck knows that I barely completed Half-Life 2 like a week ago.
Really?
And even then I was like,
I know,
it
right?
was an enjoyable experience, but it wasn't like I'm dying to find out what happens next kind of thing.
Well, I mean, for those who played it when it came out, and it was
Yeah.
pretty revolutionary, and it
Yeah.
was just like, okay, so everyone was ready for what's next, and then it just never came.
It was the cliffhanger, and that game was so intense, I think, at the time, and so beautiful. I think it was a beautiful game ahead of its time.
I mean,
Half-Life 2.
honestly,
It holds
guess
up.
who won first place? He better fucking be here right now. He's probably lurking. Battle Athlete, you just won first place.
Is he streaming right now?
I
Oh,
don't
he's
know.
not.
Battle
I-
Athlete, I'm gonna say your name 2 more. Hey!
Oh, he did!
Finally,
Hey.
we got someone.
Cliff!
Battle Athlete, you have won first place
Thank
And-
you.
in our competition.
I'm for second place.
I am glad that it was a member of the community. He is actually a partnered streamer, and he is co-founder of Team DLC. I promise you it's not rigged. We just rolled through 30 names before we got to Battle Athlete. He deserves his victory. He's an awesome dude. You guys should all go check him out. Give him a follow. You get your choice of an Amazon or a Steam $50 gift card, and I don't want to waste time right now, so we'll work it out later. But go ahead and just like tell me which one you want so we know what we're giving away. So do you want the Steam? Do you want Amazon or Steam $50 gift card? I'll take Amazon if it's cool. So I will I'll hit you up either after the stream tonight or tomorrow, and I will get your details. I will buy and send to you a virtual Amazon $50 gift card. Congratulations, man. Finally, we found one. And so let's just right away, let's roll second place because we still have a $50 Steam gift card on the line. And the name that came up, the name is just HP. Twitter handle ChocoZap, at ChocoZap.
That's a good Twitter handle.
Twitter handle, Hewlett Packard support.
The name is just literally the letters HP, Twitter handle at ChocoZap. Hit me up with a direct message on Twitter, Discord, Twitch, however you want to get a hold of me. That's $50 Steam gift card. By the way, for those who are saying that they'd rather have the Steam gift card, you can buy a $50 Steam gift card on Amazon, so it's not like he couldn't just turn that around.
That's true.
That's why we put Amazon for first place. All right, so the question is, so let's talk about Valve for a minute. I 100% agree with Meshyf. I'm really, not just Half-Life 3, I'm really, really disappointed that Valve has stopped making AAA titles. Because the games that they have made have been some of the best. Like, we're talking TF2, we're talking Portal and Portal 2, we're talking Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, Half-Life and Half-Life 2. They've always pushed the envelope. They've always pushed the envelope. They've always done, like, revolutionary things and built new game engines and whatnot. And they just stopped. As soon as they, the success of their distribution platform, Steam, took off and their other endeavors took off, they just stopped making quality games. Well, and they announced their card game, but other than that, when's the last time they made a really kick-ass AAA title? And it's disappointing because I know they have it in them.
Even like they silently released Alien Swarm years ago, which I don't think a lot of people know about. It's really hard to find on the store actually, but it's a good game. And I would be cool if they would just do stuff like that, like smaller games. Like I'd be fine because I know they're probably gonna be quality. That said, I do know a lot of people that are excited about Artifact, but they also like Dota. So, whatever that means to you.
This person might be here. Their YouTube screen name is Cbolix. Cbolix, if you are present and you are watching. Oh, Sam is just all up on me with his tail right now. Cbolix, you got a couple seconds? All right, so what do you guys think? Which one is the bigger beef? I'm going to have to 100% say mobile ads because I hate mobile ads.
I'll say the ads too. I mean, Valve is a company. They make more money off Steam. Let them make more money off Steam.
Hey,
I think. Go ahead, James.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, it's definitely ads. Like, people meme Valve all the time, but it's like the biggest meme goes. We used to make games, but now we make money.
Over that.
I think it's probably ads. He's probably desensitized to Valve, and I also, given though he presented that, I do want to ask Meshyf if he knows he doesn't have to play the ads.
But I wonder.
I wondered that too. I was like,
Yeah,
that unless he was getting faked out by the ones that have an X, but then there's a smaller, like, hidden one on the opposite side of the ad.
That's
So
dirty.
those ones get you.
But he did make a pretty passionate plea for Valve. So, and he's from we're close to the same age. He's actually a little older than me, so his beef with Valve could be pretty significant. I'm gonna personally say mobile ads, but I think Sheef might say Valve. I don't know, because some people are extremely disappointed that they're not making games anymore.
So if Half-Life 3 was announced at E3, which it's not going to be, would it even live up to the hype? Because all it's going to be is a bunch of younger people who probably didn't play the first games, no offense, James, or recently played them and looking them at like a nostalgia standpoint. They're going to be like, this game sucks. I don't even care what's happening. It's going to be like a whole... I mean, that's what I think is happening with Kingdom Hearts 3. It's been so long that it's not even going to matter anymore.
I said this about Kingdom Hearts 3 as well, but the kids who were born the year that Half-Life 2 was released can legally drive in my state in 2 years. Like it's probably like, I don't know. They'll judge it pretty harshly. Like, what is this shit? Everybody keeps talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But
And Half-Life 2 is aged well, but I don't think Half-Life 1 is aged as well as Half-Life 2.
well, Half-Life 1 is crazy old. I mean, if you're going to compare Half-Life 1, you have to compare like Unreal 1 and
But you have
Quake
to
1
play
and
Half-Life 1 to understand and like really love it, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, like after I finished Half-Life 2, and even then I played the modded version with the newer graphics because the mod team did that. And it looked great, even though like everything else was still like the same. And then after I finished it, I read the lore and I was like, okay, this is interesting. And then I read because there was that writer like last year that worked for Valve that put out the Half-Life 3 story out there for people to read. And it was essentially like what people said Half-Life 3 was going to be before like it was canceled. And then I read that and I was like, okay, that's an okay ending. I would have liked to play that one day, but
yeah. It's one thing to read it, it's another thing to experience it, I guess.
Mm.
So, yeah, I'm going to say personally mobile ads, but Sheef could go either way on this one, I think. I'm very curious to see what he says. So, I'm at timestamp 504. So, if you want to drag your little thing to timestamp 504, and then we'll all hit play and we'll watch the
Oh crap, I think it X'd out.
We'll play his which beef. He said according to him there's a right answer. All right, I'm getting told the shotgun. The next name is Edward Tavares for second place. Ash the Dryad is the Twitter handle. If that is you have won second place. It's a Steam $50 gift card. This is second place, Edward Tavares, if you're present. Once you guys have that back up and you're at timestamp 504, let me know and we can all hit play.
I'm ready now.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go. All on go, okay? 1, 2, 3, go.
And we're back with more Sheefs Beef. We are going to find out which is the beefiest right now. There's a clear winner here. Mobile ads. Why? Why mobile ads over Valve? Everybody's been waiting for Half-Life 3 forever. But here's the thing. This feels like an eternity. This feels awful. It is the worst user experience for the least amount of return for both the user and the company paying for the ad. This works for nobody. I don't get it. Knock it off. Mobile ads are awful. Okay? They're not relevant. They take too long. They take too much data. Speaking of data, it is way more expensive for data on here than it is on the computer. Why is the ad experience longer and awful for mobile? It should be quick, easy. That's mobile, quick and easy. Make it relevant, make it interesting, make it fun. Don't fucking pay me or pay Twitch or pay anyone to play your shit game, okay? I'm looking at you, Final Fantasy garbage game, okay? And this fake X bullshit. The fake X alone, I mean, that deserves its own mega beef of the week. Mega beef. I'm sick of this shit. Okay, it's over. It's over. I'm calling it an end. Everyone that picked Gabe and Valve, I feel you. Okay, but you're wrong. Mobile ads is the beef of the week. I appreciate everyone's input. Thank you so much for another episode of Sheefs Beef. We will see you next week for the beef.
Thank you, Meshyf.
Woo! Sheefs Beef is the best. So you reminded me of something. So you talked about relevance of Half-Life 3 because we have a new generation, right? That may not be relatable to, like, they didn't play the original ones or whatever, and the earlier games didn't age well. That reminded me of something else I wanted to talk about. So, segue. I finally saw Ready Player One. I read the book. I thoroughly enjoyed the book because the entire book was all just like 80s nostalgia vomit. So, like, that's fine. That's like all I expected from it. Like, futuristic VR, like 80s nostalgia in the future. Like, he mixed 80s nostalgia with the future, like, pretty in a fun way. The movie added a whole bunch of modern shit to try and appeal to kids. Like, there were scenes with Tracer from Overwatch, and like it completely, for me personally, it completely missed the point of the book. Because, like, the whole thing was this dude created this VR world, but he was a dude that grew up in the 80s. And so he put all these Easter eggs and all this stuff in there specifically as a nod to his generation that he grew up with. And then the movie, they tried to add all of it. They tried to keep all the 80s nostalgia stuff, but then they also added a bunch of shit to appeal to the current generation. And for me personally, it just kind of ruined the experience. I don't know if anyone else has seen the movie or read the book or anything who wants to chime in on this, but I finally saw it this week and I wanted to talk about it, damn it. Also, Android Kavun from Turkey. If you're present, you won a $50 Steam gift card. We're down to our last prize. How is it that bad? I didn't read the book, but I saw the movie.
I have not seen the movie or read the book, so.
Anyone else here? Anyone at all?
I saw the movie. What about you, Pete?
I didn't see the movie, but I did just link the ProZD reaction to the Ready Player One trailer, and that pretty much summed up what it was going to be for me. And yeah, so that sounds exactly like what I was expecting from what Jimmy said.
Charlie Higgins, Twitter handle Invective. I didn't get a Twitch name on that one. If you're present. Oh, wait. I got a private message. No, that name, Delsis09, that name was never called. But good to know. We're almost done, guys. We're gonna figure it out right now. Also, go ahead, LuckCharm.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask, like, out of everything that you've either, whether it be a book or a game that's been adapted to a movie, is there really a good one? Like, because I've been disappointed multiple times.
Are you saying the Tomb Raider films aren't good?
You know, I didn't even realize the most recent one was even released until yesterday.
You're not supposed to agree with that.
So.
The first two Harry Potter films are objectively bad.
Okay.
Oh,
so
good.
Harry Potter, I think the Lord of the Rings movies were good. I enjoyed them and I read those books. The Hobbit films, I was happy with personally.
All right, we got Robert Smith. Twitter handle Robert S00110077. That might be a bot. I'm not sure. Smith is a suspect.
The biggest issue I had with the movie was just that knowing gamers like today, I was like, the entire premise of it was kind of flawed. Because it's like I hid this Easter egg in the game, and it's like there are people today that data mine every last piece of information they can to follow stuff that might not even lead anywhere, and you're telling me it was hidden for like however long the game was out.
Yeah, I did have that thought, but I allowed myself to suspend disbelief and not like I just kind of ignored that fact. But yeah, people data mine stuff like 2 patches before it even comes out. Like people already know what's gonna happen before anyone even announces anything.
Yeah, that's what I told myself. I was like, it's the future. Maybe they have some kind of technology to fight that, but
They encrypted the data.
Super encrypted.
I'm rolling through these names, waiting to see one that might be present.
I think the last movie to really disappoint me was Ender's Game, and since then, like, I've just gotten over it. I don't even care anymore. Like,
Yes, can we talk about Ender's Game for 1 second?
the movie
okay,
was
let's talk about it.
disappointing.
So my biggest beef with Ender's Game, 100%, the book.
Right.
The book was great.
Wait,
I liked the book.
You like the book?
I know, I love the book. I don't read a lot of fiction. Most of what I read is nonfiction. So, like, the fact that I read the book says something about, like, I really enjoyed the book. And what I loved about the book is that a big emphasis, it's called Ender's Game. A big emphasis in the book is him learning the strategies of the game and earning the trust of his cohorts and learning like the psychological games along with fighting his own internal game and the parallels between those things. And in the movie, there's like a 30-second clip of them playing the game once. Right? Like that's like one of the main focal points of the whole book is him learning the game and breaking the rules and finding new strategies. And then it's like, oh yeah, we play this game too.
And it wasn't even just like the battle game with the kids. It was the game that he'd play in his bunk. Like that was one of the most interesting parts to me, and especially if you've read the rest of the series, like that game becomes integral. That little game that he plays. I could say it's technically called on a tablet, future tablet, I guess. And that
iPad
totally glossed over in the movie.
Yeah.
And he's older in the movie, which drove me nuts. He's supposed to be like 5 when he goes to space.
All right, we got a name here. It's a Brazilian name. Twitter handle Lick That Cow.
Nice.
All right.
Pretty good name.
At Lick That Cow, Twitter handle. If you are present, you have just won a $50 Steam gift card.
See, and look, I was kind of the opposite because I watched the movie first, and then I read the book. And then I was like going into the book with these ideas about what it might be like because of the movie.
Yeah.
And then after I read the book, I was like, the movie did not do this like well at all.
And we were like, that's one thing that like my husband and I both love that book. And when the movie, like the trailer came out, it looked like a good trailer at the time. And I was like, oh no, I'm super hyped for this. And then we went to watch it and I was like, oh, that was not good.
All right, Lick That Cow. You missed your chance. We're rolling again.
And especially like that genre of movie, I think it's a relic of stuff like Harry Potter and like, what was the other one? The Hunger Games, where these big movie companies were looking for like that book series that was going to be like the next one for like the next couple of years that was going to carry them, but it just doesn't work out that way.
You know what?
There was a lot of those for a time.
You know what I really enjoyed, and I want to read the rest of the series, is the whole Bean storyline.
Those are the ones I haven't read. I've read everything
Dude,
else.
I read the first one. I read Ender's Shadow. Ender's Shadow is amazing. So a Bean is one of the main character's main competitors, and the Ender's Shadow basically starts from when Bean was like 2 years old, and so it's Bean's whole entire history up until he meets Ender, up until like everything happens. And then there's like 4 more books after that, and Bean is like this genetically engineered human who like has like, it's a really 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 cool story. And I wanna read. I'm actually more interested in Bean's storyline than I am in the main storyline, honestly. But I've only read the first book. I think Lady Navio owns all the Ender's games and the Bean storyline. Shady Hobos, yeah, I love Bean's story more than Ender's because Bean is a fucking badass. Dude, Bean was smart enough when he was like 3 years old to like not get killed. It's
Can
pretty.
you-
It's
can you
pretty.
elaborate on that.
Well, he's genetically enhanced, and there was this group of people that they like did all these experiments on, and then they like mass genocide killed them all. But he was smart enough to like climb out of his crib and hide before he got killed. It like his whole story is just really really cool. So I really like the books. So here's my argument. I think the overarching thing that I would like to say about books being converted to media in general, stop converting books to movies. Convert books. We have Netflix. Create a miniseries. I would, dude, like as good as Lord of the Rings movies were, could you imagine if they were able to do that over like 4 or 5 seasons? How much detail and how immersed you could get in the world. That's why Game of Thrones is so fucking good, because they made it a series and they took the time to flesh it out over multiple seasons where you can actually go deep on character development. You can go deep on all that stuff. I don't think that used to work, where but when that was the only option to convert a book to a movie, sure, I get it. But these days, I think you're much better off converting the book to a miniseries or multiple seasons. Like I would love it if Harry Potter was a Netflix series, or any book. Basically, I'd love to see Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever pick up more books and make series out of them.
I'd even say that Game of Thrones, the TV show, is better than the book. In my opinion, I thought the TV series was much better than the book.
I never read the books, so I can't chime in there, but
the books are better plot, in my opinion.
By the way, I am rolling that right now while we're talking, and just looking for one that is here.
And because you said miniseries, looks like Pete wants to say something. Go, Pete.
Oh, I was just
Before
gonna say
like,
goodnight,
shift the
Pay.
topic.
Congratulations.
Oh, Pay.
Hey, love
Yeah.
you.
So hit me up and I'll get you that game. How do you feel about the Witcher Netflix series? I haven't watched
Yup.
it, Ninja.
What Ninja was about to say, that's what I was going to bring up. Like, instead of book to movie, it's like video game into watchable thing. It's not even out yet, but it's like, I don't know about how the Witcher series is going to turn out.
I trust it
like-
more than if it was a film. What's up?
I don't know. I think The Witcher could go multiple ways, but I kind of agree with Pete. I think that one might have been an okay film, especially if it's going. I don't know. The books for The Witcher, if you read them, are also like they wouldn't be really easily adapted.
Best, yeah.
They're horrible translations.
Yeah, because it was in like Polish, was it? Was
Polish.
the original English? Yeah.
I mean, I would prefer. I'm with Jimmy. Like, I prefer almost any book be turned into a show instead of a film. Because, like, I'm not gonna watch a Marvel film. I just don't want to. Like, I know the formula, right? But I started watching the Punisher series earlier this week, just out of curiosity. And now I'm like 7 episodes in, because it's actually taking time to develop the characters. I don't know. It's just more interesting, I think, to develop it over 10 hours than it is to like cram in explosions and stuff. And
Well,
typical plot.
you can go deep. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, Netflix has done well with Marvel because they've also let it be dark and let it not appeal to that PG-13 just fan base. Like Luke Cage and Jessica Jones were amazing. I wasn't crazy about the Defenders, but Luke Cage, like, I'm super excited for season 2. And same thing with the Punisher. Like, it's great. I'm sorry, that's Layla. She's
Oh.
touching.
Okay.
Oh, I was like, what?
Somebody.
It's not an
wants in that
earthquake,
door.
I promise. It's my dog.
I
But
promise you, we're gonna get there, guys. We're gonna find a winner, and I'm gonna be super excited because it's gonna be someone who's been here this whole time.
But speaking of Marvel, I would love to see Netflix do X-Men and have it be like a mature X-Men. Like not
Fighting words.
PG-13.
But there's been so many X-Men.
Yeah, and they've all sucked. So
Yeah,
let's
They've all
just
been
Logan
really
back?
bad.
do-
I haven't seen Logan. Was it bad? I heard it was pretty.
I
Logan
didn't see
was
Logan.
phenomenal.
I
But
heard
it's
Logan
also-
was like what it should be. Like, You want Wolverine, you want R-rated, you want blood. Like
Frongo, what do you mean hurry up, dude? I'm spamming names in chat.
Yeah, I
Do you
love
like-
the X-Men series, and the comics were like adult themed. Like there was a lot of intense shit happening.
Yeah, Logan was pretty cool.
Oh, go, Jimmy.
No, I was gonna say I definitely found myself like emotionally invested in Logan by the end of the movie. I felt that it. So I feel like most of the superhero movies, they lack soul. You know, like I don't feel like I can relate to anyone or anything. Like, oh yeah, okay, you got superpowers, and here's another villain, and cool, you beat the villain, and you save the day. And it wasn't until the most recent one where, spoiler alert, people die. That's all I'm gonna say. But like, there just isn't enough there that's compelling to me. Like, it's not relatable. But Logan, on the other hand, I feel like there was a lot more. Like, I don't know. Does that make sense? There's no soul to most superhero stuff.
I mean, they're made to make $1 billion. Like that's the goal, is to make $1 billion off
And
of
then
it.
they don't.
I guess I don't know if they do anymore.
I haven't seen any of the Avengers stuff except for the Star-Lord one, and that's it.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. I've seen all of them, like since, because there's like a timeline of all the movies. I've seen all of them, and they work well just because there's so many individual movies of the characters before they just cram all of them in. Because like every X-Men film I've seen, it's either just Wolverine, which it's Wolverine. How are you going to be disappointed? And then all the other ones are, let's cram 8-9 different X-Men in a one movie, and we're going to hope for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost wish they would do more Wolverine type ones where it's just like individual characters. Where they
There was a theory that that's what was going to happen because of the X-Men Origins thing. People were thinking that they were going to do other X-Men Origins, and then it just never happened.
There was a theory on a Gambit movie, wasn't there? And then it just never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard about
I mean,
that.
you can say that Deadpool might be involved in that. Because Deadpool, the thing about Deadpool, and I would say he was part more of the X-Men universe than anything else.
Yeah, well, Lightning Dragon 96, if you're present. I'm just spamming names in chat, so you guys better be paying attention. I'm just rolling and putting names in chat. But I want to address the bigger issue.
There's
Not-
a bigger issue.
Not that whether or not superhero movies suck, but whether or not superheroes are preventing really, really good sci-fi from being made. Because I feel like there's been kind of I really enjoyed Blade Runner, the new one, 2049. A lot of people said they didn't like it. They thought it was boring or whatever. But I was a fan of the original, so I was a huge fan of the second one. But I feel like a lot of people are just thinking that, oh, there's all these superhero movies, and they're putting them in the sci-fi category. And I really have been longing for some really, really, really good sci-fi. And, like, I feel like there just hasn't been any really good sci-fi. The only exception to that, there's two that I think are worth watching right now. And that's Altered Carbon. I think that's a great show. It's on Netflix. And the other one is The Expanse. And I just barely got interested in The Expanse. I wasn't going to watch it because it was a sci-fi show on the Sci-Fi Channel. And then they announced that it was going to get canceled because it's got like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Everyone says it's fucking amazing. But it was on the Sci-Fi Channel, so their ratings were garbage. And they said, oh, we're going to cancel the show because our ratings are garbage. Your ratings are garbage because it's the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, wasn't there a petition to like
No.
remove The Expanse?
So they announced that they were going to cancel the show. So I said, no, fuck it. I'm not going to watch it if there's not going to be an ending, if they're not going to complete the show. Well, just recently, Jeff Bezos himself at some dinner announced that they bought the show. So it's moving to Amazon Prime. They're going to finish the show. They already have plots written. for like the next 2 seasons. So it's no longer going to be canceled. So I am going to start watching that. And I heard it's an amazing show. So I'm really excited for some decent sci-fi. I was raised on sci-fi. I'm a huge sci-fi nerd, and I've been waiting for good sci-fi. And I feel like all these superhero movies have been just flooding the market with subpar, simple plot, kind of garbage.
But it depends how much you think about sci-fi. Like, I think that Glass Mirror was an amazing version of sci-fi that's so relevant to everyone who watches it now.
Wait,
and
what?
it did retire.
Black Mirror?
Oh, okay.
That is just like super relevant. And I think that's definitely sci-fi.
But I think to your point there, I think what we're seeing and gonna keep seeing more sci-fi as shows rather than movies, because it's like a movie. If you think about it, a movie's kind of a big risk if you're going to dump $100 million into it, because you don't really have a super great way to gauge audience interest. Like, you just got to put it out there. Yeah. And shows like, oh, this isn't doing well this season. All right, just shut it down. Like, they can do it in phases, whereas a movie, it's like we're all in.
Wait, Capziel, is that really you? I didn't want to dox you. You could have private messaged me. Is that you?
Capzio.
Gotta DM him your email.
Yeah, you're in chat. It could be yours.
Yeah, I don't care. Is that you? Can you send me a private message and confirm your email address that you signed up with?
And Jimmy, I get where you're coming from, but then at the same time, I feel like I've always been burned by sci-fi like television, like series in general. Because I remember the last big one that I enjoyed was Falling Skies. And then after the first season, it just went downhill from there. And they decided to make 3 more seasons after the first one. It was a mess. Like, the first season I was hyped, and then I didn't know that they changed writers into the second season. And then I was like, oh, this went to a strange direction. And then they changed writers again into the third season. I was like, oh, it went into another strange direction. And then they changed writers again into the fourth season. And it was after I watched all of it that I was like, I don't understand what this show was like about anymore.
All right, we have a winner, Capziel. You have won
Congratulations.
a $50 Steam gift card. So I'll actually, not me, but James is going to be reaching out to you because he's the one purchasing that. So I'm going to buy the $50 gift card for our good friend Battle Athlete who won first place, and James will connect with you, Capziel, and he'll add you on Steam, and you win a $50 Steam gift card. So we have officially given away all 3 prizes, and those are all names that I recognized. So I'm super excited. First place we had Battle Athlete, second place we had Capziel, and third place we had Pay, our good friend Pay, who I don't know anyone who lurks more in our channels than Pay does. I always see him lurking in my channel. He doesn't often talk, but he's always there.
It's chatty.
Oh, he uses chatty there. That's the secret.
But if you say his name in chat, he might show up.
And on top of that, real quick, for those who actually waited until the very end through all of those rolls and through all of our BS conversation, I'm pulling up Nightbot right now. I have an extra copy of Destiny 2 that I'm going to give away right now. I have a Blizzard Battle. I won it. I got it for a Humble Bundle. I already own the game. So if anyone out there wants a copy of Destiny 2, we're going to do a keyword giveaway. So if you're here, I'm going to throw out a keyword, and you're going to win a copy of Destiny 2, and I will private message you the code. Let me pull up Nightbot. Thank you so much for those who stuck around. I appreciate your patience. I hope you guys liked the podcast. It was a little more drawn out than I expected it to be because it took so long to roll the names. Usually it's a little tighter as far as the conversation and transitions and stuff. Sorry it was a little messy. Maybe I'll use something other than Gleam in the future. I do plan on doing more giveaways, but we do a podcast every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Hope you guys come back. If any of you are interested in being a guest or you have topics that you would like us to discuss on future podcasts, we have an entire channel in my Discord for the podcast. So I would love for us to brainstorm ideas, guests. If you want to be a guest, if you know someone that would be an interesting guest, please go hit up the podcast channel on my Discord. and we would love to have you as participate in this. So that's my plug for the podcast. This whole giveaway has been to plug the podcast, to plug James's YouTube and my Twitch channel. So I'm glad you're all here. I'm glad you stuck around this long, and let's do a giveaway real quick for a copy of Destiny 2. And thank you so much to my guests who have patiently waited. They GatorPete ended his stream early, and TheLuckCharm, she's probably going to stream right after this. So she might bail in a few minutes and start her. Are you going to stream, TheLuckCharm?
I was going to, if yeah.
So maybe we'll let her spin up her stream, and then we'll dump a juicy raid on her. We'll just pass the audience off to TheLuckCharm, and you guys can go have some fun. Are you going to play Final Fantasy?
Yep, we're gambling tonight. It's a very fun gambling event, so it's going to be a lot of chill and gamble and talk.
So yeah, let's do this giveaway, and then maybe we'll head over there for some fun times and hang out and watch TheLuckCharm do her thing. She's a lot of fun. By the way, my two guests tonight, one more shout out for them. GatorPete, both of them did this last minute. We were supposed to have other guests, but those guests have been postponed for a week. So hopefully we can get them next week. But GatorPete and TheLuckCharm did this last minute for me. I owe them big time. They broed hard and said, yeah, we'll do it. We'll show up. It was probably a huge inconvenience for them. So I really, really appreciate them being here. Literally earlier today, I was like, hey, my guest bailed. I need someone to fill these slots, because I wanted to have a full 4 panel for the giveaway. So really cool of them to be here. Shout out to them. And let's get this giveaway going. I'm gonna go to my chat view here real quick. Let's get chat up.
I mean, we're like the trio now after the loot cast. So.
Yeah, I know. This is the second time we all three of us have been together on a podcast, and it's been a lot of fun.
Less drunk.
God,
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys were so drunk. I wasn't drunk at all that time.
Oh, I got so drunk last time. I was trying to get drunk tonight. I just didn't have enough booze. So.
I'll drink another glass of wine once I start.
All right, here we go. We're going to do a keyword. The keyword is going to be... Let me make sure I don't spell this wrong, because I always spell this word wrong, and it's really embarrassing. My English is terrible. The keyword is going to be, for those who stuck around till the very end, the keyword is patience.
Oh.
You got to spell it right.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
So in order to be eligible for a copy of this game, you must type patience, and you must type it properly in chat. We've got Delsis, we've got D-Phase, we've got Lady Navio and Launcher Caroz and Mini Drews 13 and Nuclear Goo, Taekwondo, TJ Hall. The entries are coming in. We're going to give it a couple minutes here while everybody has a chance to type patience in chat. So far, we've got 12 eligible entries. So a couple more minutes, patience. The word patience for all of you guys patiently waiting all night for the giveaways to happen. Thank you all for participating. Thank you, James, my trusty co-host. Next week, I am hoping that we can lock down I'm a Samurai and Tustar as guests. They are doing a special month-long event. They were supposed to be here tonight. They couldn't make it happen. They were both just too busy. And I want them both to be here at the same time. So we just couldn't coordinate it. Hopefully next week that happens. If not, we'll try and line up some other guests. If not, it'll just be me and James with a Sheefs Beef as usual. But I'm trying to load up guests every week. I'm trying to make it interesting and get some fresh faces in here. So that being said, we'll give it one more minute. You have 1 minute to type the word patience in chat. P-A-T-I-E-N-C-E for a chance to win a copy of Destiny 2. Lowercase. I don't know if it's case sensitive. I don't think it is. But go ahead and type patience in chat. And good luck. We're going to roll it here. Shady Hobos has typed it 20 different ways just to make sure that his entry is in there.
In English.
English.
Pay tenants. So I don't know if it's a region line. Does anyone know if the Humble Bundle key that they give out is region specific? I don't think it is.
They're usually global keys.
I think they're global keys. And I will hit you up in a private message, and I will give you a copy of Destiny 2. Are we ready? We have 17 entries. Are you sure that's it? There's 30 people here, so a bunch of lurkers. They apparently don't want a copy of Destiny 2. You could probably sell it, honestly. If
That's another topic.
Just give it away again.
All right, here we go. We're gonna roll it.
Destiny 2.
In 10, 9, 8. Type the word patience in chat. Hurry. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rolling. The winner is Mini Drews 13. If you are present, please raise your hand, say hi in chat, drop an animation, do something. You have a couple seconds. Hey, I'm here.
He posted it right after the Nightbot announcement.
I looked up and I only saw.
No, he had already posted it before.
I spelled wrong.
All right, Mini Drews.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You have
did
won.
You spelled it right and you typed it at the right time and you showed up. Wow.
2G.
The only giveaway that happened in less than a minute.
So
I'm so proud.
thank you so much. You're welcome. So right after I end the podcast, I already sent you a whisper on Twitch. If you could reply to that whisper. Oh, there you go. I saw your reply. So right after the podcast is over, I need to write this down. I need buy Battle Athlete a $50 Amazon gift card. I need to get his info for that. Oh, that pen doesn't work. And I need to send you your Destiny 2 key.
All right, Jimmy, I'm gonna bounce if you're cool with that.
Yeah, go start up your stream so we can raid you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless Pete beats you first.
Do it. Oh, hold on. When she bounces, I might need to.
Oh yeah, it's gonna like ruin the overlays.
Oh, is it?
No, I
wait.
can switch scenes. It's okay. I already have.
I can actually just mute myself and go live now. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, go. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'll just mute myself.
So, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please come back next week. Oh, that's weird. Please come back next week for another podcast. Hopefully, Sheefs Beef will be back again. And James, as always, will be here with me every week. Go check out his YouTube, his Twitch, his Twitter. Go check out GatorPete. He's really entertaining. Go watch his last VOD, actually. If you want to know exactly what kind of stream to expect from GatorPete, go watch the last VOD from his last stream. At one point, I'm pretty sure he had about 20 googly eyes stuck to his face.
Don't do it.
That last,
Those were googly eyes.
This is from
That was just Pete.
This is from 5 hours ago.
There you go.
Arts and crafts time.
It was a good stream. It was a lot of fun. So go.
If you need channel emotes, hit me up.
Oh yes, he also does commissions for channel emotes. You can hit him up on Twitter or in his Discord or whatever, or just go follow him on Twitch and hit him up in his Twitch chat while he's streaming and be like, "Hey, I need a thingy."
Yeah, or you just keep eating pizza in your underwear and don't do that. It's fine. Either way, works.
Can confirm JimmyNavio does not lie. Oh, also, if you want the best tier 1 emote on Twitch, James28 has Anne Frank as an emote. So it's gotten me banned from at least one channel for doing bad things.
Really? That's great.
Do not attach emotes of tentacles and whips to Anne Frank on Twitch. It might get you banned from some channels.
Take that, James.
Oh, the sip emote. That's a tier 3.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good tier 3. I don't even have a tier 3 emote.
Sip, sip, sip. All right, guys. Oh, by the way, for any of my regulars, we added 5 BTTV emotes to my channel. Finally, I did that. They're just shared ones. I haven't added my own yet, but
So cute.
I added a couple of those. And Shady Hobos, the dumpster fire as usual. He used to stream, but now he's a dirty pleb and doesn't stream anymore. So one of these days, maybe we'll get him streaming again. Thank you guys so much. This has been a fun night. Again, sorry for the downtime while it took us so long to roll some of those names. I think... Let's see here. TheLuckCharm is officially streaming. So let's return the favor, guys. If you're still here, please hang out for a minute and go say hi to TheLuckCharm. We'll do a bucket raid. She changed her entire schedule, left work early, like I owe her big time. She was a major bro tonight and just went out of her way to be a part of this. And it would mean a lot to me if you guys would join me in heading over to her channel for a little raid and watch her play some Final Fantasy. Pretty entertaining stuff. They're gonna be doing some gambling, and we'll hang out there. I'll stay over there as well, and I'm actually gonna be in Discord chat for a while too, because I have some other stuff to work on. So let's just hang out, play some games, and watch some LuckCharm. Thank you guys.
Interesting topics.
Yeah, no, always good chat over there, especially if she keeps drinking the wine. So on that note,
And if you're lucky, you'll catch my one stream a month.
yeah, James does stream rarely, but if you want to see his fresh, hot new content, make sure you're subbing to him on YouTube.
I might finally play Vampyr for you guys.
Ooh, I've been bugging him on Discord for like the last 2 days, trying to get him to play Vampyr on stream.
They're pretty good.
I want to see him play it. Also, tomorrow, Robothorium comes out. I did a first look.
Does it?
Yeah, I did a first look stream of that. Basically, if you want like a futuristic sci-fi version of like Slay the Spire or Darkest Dungeon, check it out. Comes out tomorrow. All right, we got to go because she's streaming and we're going to go drop a juicy raid on her. Have a good night, GatorPete. I love you. It disturbs me every time you moan when you kiss the mic. That noise you make?
It's you.
Oh, God, no! That's going to be the end of the stream. Well, hey, what was it the last time we did our podcast together that they wanted you to... Do you remember the quote?
Somebody asked me to say that I wanted them to drink my bathwater.
Can you give us one more of those, and then that's going to be the official ending soundbite for this podcast.
Go ahead. Drink my bathwater.